Oh, hello. I hope you're all doing well, chat. I'm not doing well. I'm sick still. Apparently you can hear it in my voice. Apparently deciding I'm not miserable enough, I decided to play more of Starfield. How about that?
He's a crazy person.
Thank God he is doing Starfield again. I was about to die of boredom. I don't know, I think you might die of boredom from watching or playing this game.
Yeah,
Oh boy!
about to achieve your...
Oh boy, Digital NyQuil. This might actually be my first proper sleep stream, unintentionally. Like, it's just going to be too hard for me to, like, avoid falling asleep. I'm just going to doze off for like an hour. Are you guys ready for more exciting, entertaining, wonderful game that has no problems whatsoever?
Never any problems. Nope, not at all.
Okay, good, because that's not what we're playing today. We're playing Starfield instead.
Yeah!
Creetosis will have a pagan moment. Yeah. Are we going to hear
maybe.
owl snores this time? Maybe. It is Starfield. Like Elstube said, it is Digital NyQuil. You sounding ill, Cree? Yes, I'm sick. I am sick right now. It sucks. I hate it. I don't feel nearly as bad as I did yesterday. The sore throat is gone. And that weird, like, feeling of... I don't know how to describe it, but, like, a weak kind of feeling in my chest. That's gone. Now it's mostly congestion and just a general feeling of bleh. So, hopefully I've also fixed my audio. Hopefully it's not sounding too bad for you guys anymore. Not sounding too quiet. I had a really bad day today, but glad I could gain energy from your pain, Cree. Oh, I'm glad my pain brings joy to people. I just killed a security guard in one of the in-game clinics. No one reacted, and my mission giver only said she'll dock my pay. We have regressed from Skyrim. Now, see,
Oh,
there's the big thing. Does she actually dock your pay?
Oh, that would be something you'd have to test, yeah.
Yeah.
But the second thing is, Kree, if you're ever in a city, fire your weapon randomly, but don't hit a single person.
Okay.
Well, he's done that already.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you would actually hit people, though. But
I started shooting after.
Oh, okay. I want you to see what happens. And, yeah. Let's just say people are starting to compare this to Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
and
I've seen the
Cyberpunk is
clips.
winning.
Amazing.
Yeah, the clips from those two are hilarious in contrast to each other.
Yeah.
Cold climate fans when they get sick from the cold. I didn't get sick from the cold!
That's what you get for having a cold.
Wow. Do you like Oblivion? Yes, I like it quite a bit. I'd even argue it was their last good game. No Garfield menu mod. Cringe. I should get that. In fact, when I made the Starfield channel, that was my first post, was, the Starfield logo changed to Garfield, and there's just, like, a planet-sized, Garfield face in the corner. Alright. Let's get back to pain, I guess. Oh, and I'm gonna have to mute a bunch to, blow my nose and stuff, so I'm probably gonna say a bunch of things muted unintentionally. Fucking rip. Oblivion was when they jumped the shark, and a lot of problems in other games started there, like having an NPC be invincible just so you could kill them later. So many essential NPCs. Yeah, as much as I like Oblivion, I do acknowledge that a lot of their problems started there. Or seem to have started there, I should say. The quest marker, at the very least, was the problem that started there. I'm not even going to say that the quest marker is outright bad on its own. It's the way they use it in the modern times, where it's just a lazy, yeah, follow the arrow, rather than like giving you proper details of like where to go and what to do in your quest. Morrowind, despite NPCs not moving around so much, felt so much more like a real place and alive in a way, because NPCs told you, okay, you need to go to this dwarven ruin. Now you take the southern path out of town and go west until you reach a fork in the road, and then you turn south again, and you turn southwest, and you keep going, go past the Daedric ruin, and you should be there shortly after that. That feels so much more like a real world than, hey, I've got a mission for you to do at XYZ location, go do it.
Yeah.
So it's a game story just finding big circle fragments. It seems to be so far, yeah. Can't believe we're going to have to wait 1 billion more years for The Elder Scrolls 6 because Bethesda wanted to make this. Again, I don't get how you've been planning something for 20 years and this is what you come up with. Where, like, how far in am I, would you say? The two streams are about 9 hours combined, I believe, in around there. And some of that was exploring and messing around, so let's be generous and say I'm only 5 hours into the main story. That's 5 hours of, why am I doing this? I don't know. These people really care about this thing and really want me to do it for some reason. Why are we doing it? I don't know. Alright, missions.
Oh. I know, completely unrelated, but Jesus Christ, Baldur's Gate 3's soundtrack is I'm working on setting up the live stream for myself tomorrow. And so I have to go to one of my old live stream videos to make sure I get all the links correct and everything, make sure everything's right. And I always play a bit of music right before I start the stream, just to give me a little bit of extra time to go running around and grab stuff and, do kind of things like that. And yeah, this one had Raphael's final act on it to start with, and I am a sucker for big operatic pieces.
Did you see Baldur's Gate, the dev team released a patch notes thing and mentioned the fact that their characters were so aggressively horny because of a mod, or not because of a bug, yeah.
Yeah. There was an unintended bug. I am totally fine with that because of how utterly insanely complex all the systems and mechanics that are going into it that are working, right?
Yeah, it's like there's so much there where it's actually understandable that something like this could happen. It's a lot more egregious when it happens in a Bethesda game where it's already super simple and shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but somehow they still manage to fuck it up.
Mm. Yeah, it was just funny. It's like when they were going through, it's like, wait, no, they're not. Like, not every single party member is supposed to try to flirt with you and get in your pants. What the fuck is going on? And then they tracked it down and realized there was a bug.
This thing could be emitting something
that made everybody had Viagra slipped into them, even the female.
Gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
I can't believe the casualness of these people. We don't know what this thing is. It could be a bomb that blows up as soon as we finish it, or it's some kind of interstellar children's toy. Shouldn't you be amazed that there's possibly intelligent life out in space that made this thing?
Yeah. It should be the Fermi paradox, right? I mean, everybody should be freaking out.
Yeah.
And since it tends to come up, me and my
Granted, I've had spoiled what it actually is, and it's way more stuff.
Someone posted the ending to the game in the Starfield channel earlier, and I didn't watch it because I want to get my reaction to it on stream.
I have been told flat out what it is, though, and it was like, damn it.
Why not?
I kind of wanted to get to that point and go,
It's
like,
really nice to have more
motherfucker! But no, I can't do that.
New data.
When I first saw it, I thought that it was going to be a repeat of Mass Effect.
We're in.
You know, where you like
Let's
find
see
the
the galaxy
markers and get
approach us
visions
next.
every time you touch a new one.
I like how even when he's sick, Kree still talks through his nose way less than Organized Chaos.
I've occasionally had my doubts.
I never understood why people
Constellation
talk
as
through their
a
nose.
replacement.
Like, I don't know
Who-
what kind of
Well,
leads people to do that.
Money well spent.
I hope you are.
Who's Organized Chaos? I don't think I've heard of them before.
He's he's a weirdo who his entire existence seems to be based off of complaining about Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic and these other channels. To give you an idea of the kind of person he is, after Mahler released his Multiverse of Madness video, Organized Chaos went to cover it and started getting bored because Mahler wasn't talking about any woke stuff, and that's what he was digging for. That's what Organized Chaos was digging for. So he decided to skip around to, oh, what does he have to say about America Chavez's 2 lesbian moms? And then he played that part, and he was like disappointed that Mahler didn't say anything about the lesbian moms, so he couldn't like call him out for anything. That's the kind of person
see.
Organized Chaos is.
Is he wanting to say like Mola's like problematic and needs to be cancelled or something?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Oh, I
he
see.
tried to go after Rags because Rags called one of the characters who
Reva.
was black, Reva, a clown person, and he tried to like link that to like some deeply racist, like, oh, that's actually a deeply racist dog whistle by calling a black person a clown person.
Well, what happened was Reich just like casually said, "Yeah, this Reva character is a weird clown person," and Organized Chaos immediately, "Oh my god, that's racist!" It's like, what?
Well, yeah, if you say anything that disparages a black person these days, it's racist. Even if you're judging them by the content of their character. You can't criticize those types of characters in any media, apparently.
Yeah. Organized Chaos is a guy who gatekeeps gatekeeping, yeah.
He's a fucking weird.
Have you seen G-Man Live's review of Starfield? The title is aggravatingly pretentious, and it feels like shilling. Starfield is a
I
phenomenal
linked that this
achievement.
morning.
Sounds like it might be good for Stag. Maybe.
He is a shill. Like, you just
Yeah, I linked that to you guys this morning.
just watch his fucking shit tier Fallout 76 review. He's an
Do you like it?
absolute just fucking retard shill. He has no critical thinking capabilities whatsoever, and he will just do anything to dick ride Bethesda. And I do mean anything.
So you don't think Starfield represents a broad new frontier for Bethesda?
No.
I think
I mean, a
Starfield...
decline, sure. Well, more of a decline, I should say.
Yeah.
What a shame. I might give it a chance on Game Pass, because I don't think it's out yet, is it? I think it's the
No,
pre-order still.
it comes out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing the same thing because I have to play it. So I'm gonna get it as cheap as fucking possible.
I was wondering though, Cree, did you buy the pre-order the special edition version to play this, or is it like on Premium Game Pass or something?
I acquired it.
Ah. That's all we need to know.
Yep. God, I have to be careful
Well-
of flying to the space station because I don't want to crash into it and almost blow my ship up again. I'm not a fan of trying to dock ships with space stations. It is incredibly, like, awkward.
No, thanks, Gage Riddle. I do like to think I'm a little based.
No, you're the opposite of based.
I'm cringe. Oh no.
You're incredibly cringe.
No!
You just gotta
God,
embrace the cringe.
I despise flying in this game.
Did you see that funny clip I linked before of a ship that was spinning, wildly in place?
No, I didn't see that. I'm
Oh,
gonna
it
be
was pretty
honest, I
funny.
tend to ignore a
Just
lot
a
of stuff you
little bit.
post because it tends to be shit posts.
Oh, sorry. But no, this is just a glitch where he was in this screen and he turned to the left and there was a ship that was just spinning wildly on its axis.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
And it had that funny little spinning anime song, whatever it is.
Is that not, like, a port to dock to? How the hell do I land on this thing? Oh my god, fucking goddamn it! Barely pressing the speed button makes you just fly off in a direction and start hitting things and damaging your ship.
How did No Man's Sky handle space travel compared to this? Like, we're flying around and stuff with the
A
controls.
lot better.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. It feels like a little bit awkward because you can't strafe. Even though you probably wouldn't be able to strafe in a ship, but it at least would make it a little more bearable.
Just the fact that No Man's Sky lets you have, like, seamless travel between the planet and space
How am I
itself.
still hitting it? Fuck off! Oh my god, see, like...
Oh wow, your hull just tanked. Holy shit.
Fuck off, stupid fucking game.
Oh my goodness, what on earth? And first ends the adventure of our brave protagonist. I like to think that's the canon ending.
16 times the bullshit, yeah. Skill issue, sadly. That's not a skill issue, it's bad flight controls.
Oh yeah, that is kind of weird, isn't it? In a lot of games when you can control vehicles, they'll let you put it in third person so it's less awkward.
You just have to press E and hold R, you don't even need to get close. See, I don't know that though, because the game hasn't told me that.
Apparently, I never will either.
Oh no, that made me get up out of my chair.
Wow, so immersive.
Alright, let's get a bit closer at least. Because I don't know what the range is on docking to the space station, but it should be showing me, like, a proper control for docking, like, when you get close enough. The fact
Yeah, there
that-
should be something highlighted at least.
Yeah. Okay. So. E. Yeah, how am I supposed to know that?
Like a lot of user interfaces will, you know, would have like a little thing highlighted saying dock and then the button that you have to press for it.
Yep.
That seems like an awkward way to dock the ship, I'm gonna be honest. Oh.
So how would you say this game compares to the Outer Worlds?
I haven't played enough of the Outer Worlds to really say.
I
like the
I have-
dialogue system better already, though, in Outer Worlds.
Yeah. I'd say Outer Worlds is superior to Starfield, but I haven't felt the gameplay itself, so I don't know gameplay-wise, but in terms of like writing and dialogue, it's already better. The bad problem is the Outer Worlds does have quite a bit of TISM that also sinks it lower than it should. Outer Worlds needed another couple years. They released it too soon, probably at the publisher's behest, honestly.
At least they were
Capitalize
self-aware in the
on,
trailer.
Well, it seems that they did it to capitalize on the downfall of Bethesda when it came to Fallout 76 and how dog shit that is.
Yeah.
So they rushed it too much. And like I said, I would be totally willing to believe that the publisher's the one that did it. Because again, the publisher's the one that also signed the Epic exclusivity deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really bad thing happen with Elder Worlds when I got to the final boss. I won't spoil what it is, but I literally ran out of ammo fighting it, and the only place I could find ammo at a vending machine was about an hour before my current save. So I ended up having to drop the difficulty, which felt really bad because then the boss was just a pushover.
2 pounds from... Oh god, this is gonna be a hard name to pronounce. Reverner, the Blevetsmith. Thank you. Have you all seen the pronoun shenanigans on Twitter? Yes, I have.
Oh yeah, that guy's very passionate.
Yeah, that does get very passionate about things, and I feel like a lot of people are just taking a chance to dunk on him. It's not... So, he also released a video on it explaining it more. It's not just because the game had, oh, hey, here's weird pronoun things. It's... He describes it as the straw that broke the camel's back, which is understandable. It's not one instance of this, it's time and time and time again of everything being invaded for years, you know? This guy's a comic fan who's had to stop buying comics because, you know, they keep, like, making Superman gay or whatever for, like, I don't know, social credit points.
So progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just explained that earlier today to somebody who was trying to, you know, like shit on him and being like, oh, see, these people are just as bad as the SJWs they claim to fight and shit like that. I'm like, you missed the fucking point. Like, was he maybe being a little bit overbearing and overreacting with how he was doing it? Maybe. But he's not wrong. He was trying to explain that this shit is everywhere and it's not going away and it just keeps getting worse and worse. And this was like the final straw. And he's not wrong for thinking that.
More fun. I don't know. Like, I think that's because a lot of people just don't believe that non-binary people exist, and then they're essentially having it shoved in their face that, you know, remember, non-binary people are here. We here at Bethesda like to acknowledge our MB allies.
And,
you know, and some people might get frustrated by that.
It's because they don't exist. It's all pseudoscience, horseshit nonsense that was created by a really bad person.
Problematic.
And
so,
when I say by a really bad person,
political stream.
Yeah.
When pronouns are involved, it's always political.
Yeah, that's the sad part. But you know, we can get back to the other problem because Starfield has a ton of other problems.
Yeah, my main thing
we are
is,
aware of the situation.
My main thing is I don't want something like that to overshadow the actual problems of this game. That is a problem. I saw someone describe the pronoun thing as soft propaganda, which sounds like the best description for it, where they're putting a thing here as, you know, it's just a little thing, it's not that big of a deal, just accept it, when the whole point is getting you to start, like, accepting their way of their beliefs.
Yeah, it's grooming, is what it is. That's the intended purpose by their own admission. That is the intended purpose.
Yeah. I also told that dude that I was talking to that them adding pronouns to Starfield is not what makes the game bad, and then I went through like this huge list of stuff that was really bad in the game and was a huge step down from stuff like Fallout 4, which already was not good.
I don't know how you take Fallout 4's combat and make it more boring.
Yeah. Also, I can't get over the fact that people keep saying, well, people who defend this game keep saying, like, well, just wait till you're done with the main story, then the game gets good. And it's like, so we have to slog through 20 hours of story before we're even allowed to enjoy the fucking game? It's like, do you not see the problem? Do you not see the issue here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like people that said that Final Fantasy 13 got good 20 hours in. Or 30 hours or whatever.
We got a rook on deck.
Oh,
Good to see
yeah,
Constellation
just
getting some
sucks
fresh
that
blood.
People are like, you need to do this long. It's like, again, as much as I don't like Yahtzee's reviews, because they're not really reviews, he had a great comment for people that say that. It's like, oh yeah, once the Stockholm Syndrome kicks in.
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together.
This is fucking true.
But I got a little lost.
Yeah, it's just
peeking
pure
through
sunken
the
cost fallacy at that point. I've already paid this much. I'm this far in. I have to enjoy it.
That was my favorite thing that Asmongold said. He's like, you know what? If I was dumb enough to spend $100 to play Starfield, I'd be coping too.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great. I watched that. Yeah, he was fucking tearing this game apart. It was hilarious.
Rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah
That's
teased
funny.
out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive.
I notice a lot of people have also been complaining about Baldur's Gate 3
You
being
won't be the only
propaganda. How do you guys feel about that?
Okay, so that's one of the things with this whole pronoun thing that I hate for the discussion. Give me a second.
Recently, but Andreja
Had to wipe my nose because I'm sick.
hate to pull the worried old
People
man,
keep pointing at Baldur's Gate 3 and Hogwarts Legacy. I don't believe those games actually had you choose your pronouns.
They don't, but you can choose the body type, which is supposed to be the thing. I hate that they call body type as well. I think that's stupid.
I don't, yeah. It should be male or female. Body type should be like your character's actual build.
Yeah.
Yes, like, are you muscular? Are you thin? Are you fat?
Yeah,
That's what body type should be.
yeah.
But again, because they don't do the pronoun thing, and when I went through it, there wasn't a single one who was a divergent person anywhere in the game.
She should be at one
Not a
of the
single
two
one.
sites I've marked
When I
on your
did the
star
playthrough.
map. Can take care of herself.
And again, I didn't experience a lot of it. I was kind of rushing to a bit because I needed to get Baldur's Gate 3 done before Armored Core 6 came out for the streams. So, you know, I was kind of pushing
Happy hunting.
to get stuff done. So I also didn't experience a lot of the content, and I do mean a lot of the content. And it's I still clocked in like 110 hours or something.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll grab a
Also,
couple comments here.
oh, go ahead.
101
ahead.
hours.
Bruh, Creetosis is sounding like John Psychic Pebbles. I don't know his name, sorry, Lamau. Wow. Lamau just saw you crash, didn't realize there's a few minutes behind. That was hilarious. Ree! How exactly could the game get good? Does it magically change engines, get new combat AI, and let you fly from planet to atmosphere and or fully explore planets at the 20-hour point? Good point. Also, like, the only way it could get good at that point is, like, having a really well-written story. And ML Pagliarillo is the writer. I don't believe it's possible. 1 Real from Ebony Zeity, thank you. I finally started playing Morrowind, and man, the combat being RNG is a bit frustrating, but so far it's fun. Lockpicking is also way fucking better than what came after. Yep.
And trust me, the RNG thing, you will notice a massive difference as you get more skilled in whatever combat style you're using. And suddenly, you'll forget that it's RNG because you will actually feel like a proper, if you're using swords, you'll feel like a proper master swordsman and stuff like that. And you can actually do things like disarm people and knock them off their fucking feet and shit like that. It gets really good. So you actually feel that progression as you play. Like
Yeah.
at first, swing, miss, swing, miss, swing, hit, swing, miss. And then later on, it's swing, hit, knock them off their feet, disarm them, and then do the coup de grace and they're dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn. You feel that so much more because of early on you were having difficulties hitting some Quarma and stuff like that. So it feels real good to become a master of any skill in Morrowind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was something people really liked about Kingdom Come Deliverance, because you really do feel that character progression.
Asmongold said you can enjoy eating shit, but don't tell me it's chocolate just because you like eating shit.
Yes,
Yep.
that's fantastic.
I should find
He's
that
like, why
clip and
can't
use it
people
in
just eat
videos. Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
good.
God.
Just look at more. Go ahead, Pagan. It sounds like you have something to say. I stopped you
Okay,
earlier,
so I just want to go back slightly to that one thing because it also applies to Andor since we just watched that.
Oh.
You don't just because a game or a show or a movie has like gay characters in it or even like a trans person in it or something doesn't make it automatically bad. It's how it's depicted and how it's done. And like if you're gonna have a gay character in your show or game, don't make them a fucking stereotype. Don't just make them an actual character. Just don't make them a horn dog who's constantly wanting to have sex with people. You know, don't make them fucking super flamboyant and annoying. Don't make them stupid. Just make them a normal fucking person who just happens to be, you know, gay or something. And also don't have them announce that they're fucking gay, like, all the time. You don't need to fucking do that. I don't know. I just find it weird when people try to argue, like, oh, well, there's a gay person in this thing, so therefore it's automatically this thing. And it's like, no, I disagree with that. You can have these things, just don't. As long as it's not going overboard or being stupid about it, like how a lot of this stuff does, where they try to shove this shit down your throat and stuff, and especially when it's because it's so blatantly obvious when it's like grooming stuff too, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, no, that's bad. Don't have that in the game. Just, you know, fucking don't do that. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's like treat them as people first and foremost. Their sexuality and identity is just one facet of their character. I remember.
Yeah, it should be a minor thing that barely comes up.
Yeah, I remember watching the review of Arcane by Critical Drinker, and he said that it has a very diverse cast. You know, you've got potentially a lesbian love interest between Vi and Caitlyn. You've got people of color. You've got different species and all that. And the characters are all, first of all, they act like people first and foremost. They never bring up their sexuality or identity as if it's extremely important as the only facet of their character. Instead, it's kind of like a thing that enhances the cast, makes them stand out from each other.
Yeah, and there's two really good characters in Andor who are gay, and it doesn't conflict with the story at all. It's actually done really well.
There was a moment we were worried.
We were worried. I was kind of expecting something to happen, and I was like, oh, please don't do this.
There was a major incident that was about to go down. Like, they were preparing for this major fuckery that was about to happen. And one of the characters says to the other, stop. Come away from the window. And we both thought, oh no, they're gonna do the scissoring. And thank God, no, they didn't. She just wanted to, like, basically tell her, stop obsessing. Stop obsessing. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You need to stop thinking about it. You need to calm your nerves because, we've got work to do when this goes down.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, I'm so glad about that too, because I was so worried that they were going to be like, yeah, we have this extremely dangerous job that's about to go down in a few minutes. We should bang, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, please.
Was a bit of an
and they didn't do it.
Yeah, they did not do it. I was worried, but they didn't do that.
Member, yes?
I did do one thing on my stream earlier, though, Cree and Pagan.
Huh?
I didn't give any of the video of it, but I played Marva's speech.
Ooh,
on my stream.
Nice. Marva's speech is great.
Yeah,
that was
and I made sure to
speech.
tell my chat that is one of 3 amazing speeches, and one of the speeches is so fucking good. Mahler uses it in one of his videos to shit all over Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, or whatever that fucking shit was.
Is that the one where the guy is like, "You've got to do better, Senator"?
I suppose.
No, that's
And yet you are here.
Falcon
Instead
and
of
Winter
checking up
Soldier.
on Barrett or Noel.
Yep.
We waste time. We should complete our mission and then we can...
After this NPC is done talking, I'm going to grab a few more comments because there's a couple super chats there. See, I have to wait until NPCs are done talking because if I press escape, it ends conversations now.
Also, I like how I got banned from a Discord server that I've been in for a long time because apparently I'm like super anti-trans and think that they shouldn't exist and everything, and then here I am being like, yeah, no, you can have trans people in media and it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
which server was it? I wonder if it's one I'm in.
You are not in it, I don't think.
Ah.
I'm not going to say the name of the person here. I might after stream, but
Okay.
yeah, but I got banned because somebody was
dear.
being a fucking idiot. And I tried to explain it very kindly, by the way. I didn't insult them. I didn't say anything mean. And the server owner was letting them talk about it, even though we're supposed to. I was a head mod for their server as well, and so politics are supposed to be completely banned, but the server owner was letting this person speak about politics, and they were totally fine with it. Like they were engaging with them about it. And it's the server owner. If he wants to let someone talk about it, even though it's supposed to be banned, whatever, it's their server, I'll let it happen. But then that should open it up for everybody. Everyone should be allowed to talk about it then. And because I had the gall to disagree with this person that Canada is systematically killing trans people and implementing laws to make it so that they don't have a right to exist and all this shit, when all I could find was the exact opposite, where there was bills outright protecting them and even like laws that would punish people for misgendering and dead naming people. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't see where you're getting this from when this is the stuff I'm finding. And I'm just like, I don't know where you're getting this from. It's so, I don't understand. And I'm asking you for sources. You're not giving me any. You're just saying, trust me, bro. And then when I try to look it up, this is what I find, and it directly contradicts what you're saying. And we got into like a whole thing, and I was like, I even said at one point where I'm like, no, I'm like, if you want to do that sort of thing, if you want to get surgery done and all that stuff, it's your right. You should have, liberties to do that. It's your body. You want to do that to yourself. You're of age. You should do that. You can do that. I don't care. It's like, that's fine. But, just this idea that we should police speech and, punish people for not believing exactly what you believe, and people should be fired for not believing that, that's ridiculous. I'm like, you shouldn't be punishing people like that. And this person lost their shit on me after I said that and started calling me a homophobe and all this shit. And then they went, I'm going to go tell the server owner, don't talk to me. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you if you don't want me to talk to you. You could have just said that before. And without warning or anything, I got banned.
Jeez.
From the
and
server, even though
it sounds like you're being very reasonable.
I was being very reasonable. I was being very kind. I was being very reasonable because I know how this server is. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to overdo it because then they'll get mad. So I'm being super kind. I'm showing my work. I'm not resulting to insults. I'm not calling them delusional or anything. And yeah, no, just even though I've been there for years and this person literally just joined like a month ago, but because I had the gall to speak my mind about something that they were allowing us to speak, because the server owner was letting them speak about it, so therefore we should all be allowed to, I was banned. And I didn't even get so much as a fucking warning. I didn't even get like a DM after the fact, nothing. They just completely blocked me on everything, removed me from Steam, all just the whole thing. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
wow, okay.
What a shit friend.
Yeah, what a shit friend.
It's that whole thing where essentially this kind of thing makes them look like a protected class, and that's just how you spread hate. Like as soon as people feel, oh, okay, well these people are essentially immune to criticism, I can't even talk to them. That's gonna, of course, breed resentment.
Yeah, exactly. And
well, especially when criticism for non-related things you end up getting called a transphobe for. Like, yeah, fucking.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, just the fact that people had to be scared of talking to them, or unless if they do total capitulation, it's just horrible.
Yeah, you have to walk on eggshells or else you get punished, and it's ridiculous. It's like, well, we can't even be friends then if I have to do that, because what am I supposed to do? Keep in mind, I highly regret this now, but because I consider them a friend, I regularly paid for, like, their doctor bills, anytime their PC would break or their laptop would break, I would help them buy a new one. Anytime that they would come crying to me of, oh, my thing broke, or I have to go to the doctor and I have no money to do this, because I considered them a friend, I would pay for like the majority of it. And I get banned and I don't even get so much as a fucking explanation or anything after all these years, after I basically paid for everything they own.
And it's so ungrateful.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I like this person identifies as trans, and I never once like questioned it or criticized them for it or didn't help them because of it or anything. But because I had the gall to say, well, while I do believe you have the right to do that, I don't personally believe that a man can be a woman or a woman can be a man. However, you still have the liberty to identify as that, and you have the liberty to, you know, go through the process of transitioning if you feel that, you know, that's what you want to do. And for that crime, I was punished and banned from the server permanently.
That's fucked.
Yes.
I'm gonna read these comments now. $5 from Zikos. Thank you. No, you could choose pronouns in Baldur's Gate 3. He, she, they in character creation. I didn't even notice it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that either.
£10 from Chick High. Thank you. The pronouns issue is massively overshadowed by most characters being some variation of sassy mulatto girl boss that can only communicate through glimmer marks, such as millennial writing. Yeah, this game is suffering real bad from attempted Marvel humor.
Everyone's a smartass.
Kind of, yeah. We had an interaction where a guy was kidnapped by pirates. We finally tracked him down, and they were having a very Marvel-esque back and forth. It was really annoying. Inviting more furries on doesn't help with the allegations. I don't know why someone else's furriness would make me a furry, though. I'm not a furry.
Because all your friends are furries.
It's
Not all of
contagious, clearly.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's a bunch of other comments here I wanted to get, and a lot more came in while you were talking, so... Jeez, Tree, you sound almost as sick as I am right now. I am pretty sick. Let's see... Would you rather date Jim Sterling or Acerthorn? I'd rather fucking kill myself.
Well, that's not an option, you have to choose one.
Nope. Not choosing. $2 from Prime Souls. Thank you. I don't see a message underneath that, so... Thank you. Don't make them live-action Gren. Got it. God, I still can't believe how bad Bebop Flicks was. Bad writing is bad writing. Politics is a topic it centers around, but the writing is all that matters. It's why I like Mahler's approach to stuff. The political perspective is irrelevant. Yes and no. I like Mahler's approach to stuff, too, that doesn't get bogged down in the politics, but I do think the politics is a valid thing to complain about when it gets, like, overbearing and obnoxious.
Yeah, like in Saints Row 2022, where it was just completely fucking insufferable.
Yeah.
Because it was an anvil. It was a constant thing in your face.
Yeah. In fact, Saints Row is so bad, or the reboot is so bad, I don't think you can really dig into the story without touching the political aspect, because it is overbearing.
Well, one of the gangs is essentially a anarcho-communist, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they're presented as the bad guys.
Well, but I mean, you're supposed to be the bad guys as well.
Oh yeah,
Supposed
true.
to be, but, you know, they treat them as, like, heroic because they're college student dropouts with student loan debt, and, oh, jeez, it's bad.
And there's the bisexual guy who refuses to take his shirt off. Sorry, to put his shirt on.
And he sleeps with
Yeah.
anything that has a pulse.
Yes.
Yep.
To the point where the other characters actually get confused about who he's talking about at times. Because they don't know which random hobo he fucked that morning.
Yeah.
He's just an eager hound dog. Woof!
Don't do that. I get so annoyed when they keep putting politics in our entertainment. Opera GX even put out a tweet about political games and proceeded to show off Bioshock and Fallout as examples. Yeah, I saw that earlier. They responded to Asmongold, and he was talking about politics in games, like politics shouldn't be in games. Then they showed that off. There's a difference between, like, modern overbearing politics, oh my god, the environment, oh my god, student debt, oh my god, conservatives are evil, versus, like, the dangers of nuclear war and stuff like that. You know? There's a very big difference.
Or fictional factions vying for control that in no way influences the real world.
Yeah. Never have a character whose entire character is being a specific race or sexual orientation. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Who is this Dishonored Wolf knockoff on Furfap here? So first of all, not Furfap, not a furry. Second of all, that's Gadget. He usually uses a goat for his image, but he's got this other creature from his game he's making instead.
Oh yeah, this creature's got a heifer.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about some of that stuff.
I just want to post the fucking Family Guy gif of, oh my god, who the hell cares the moment you said the name? just to be a dick.
Oh, you monster. You absolute beast.
Do it!
The same people will then claim that a game should be banned if it supports ideas they don't agree with. Yeah, because that's what they did with Hogwarts Legacy. They wanted that game to fail, they tried boycotting it, they did everything to try and screw over that game.
Also, check the meme I posted in our chat.
Sorry, there's a lot of comments to get through here in chat, and I obviously can't read them all. I'll try to pick some out. You okay, Cree? You sound kind of out of it. Yeah, I'm sick. Politics is inherently subjective when it comes to critiquing stuff. It's irrelevant to assessing quality. It's no different to arguing that the color red or blue is better for the one watching. Again, I kind of agree, kind of disagree, because you can write a game around different, like, political thing, like, kind of like how Fallout is, a thing about nuclear war, or Oddworld is a thing about environmentalism. The thing is,
it's not. Go ahead.
The way they make those games is that they make it like a part of the world. They don't just like, how to word this? They don't just say, "Oh, by the way, environmentalism bad." Just using the Oddworld example, like the entire world is built around this horribly evil company that like, harvest the land and creatures for resource and things to sell. And while they do make them cartoonishly evil, everything fits within the world in a way that really works well. They don't just, like, spout political talking points for the sake of it, which is what Saints Row does, you know?
Yeah. There's a way to implement politics into games, movies, and shows without it being overbearing or, like, overtly political propaganda.
Yeah. And I mean, there is some subjectivity to politics, fine, but there's also objective truths, like National Socialism is evil, communism is evil, socialism is evil. Those are proven facts throughout history. That's no longer a subjective thing. That's a provable fact. That's an objective quality of those systems, as can be proven time and time again, because you have evidence to back up the claim.
My favorite speech in Andor was the one about sacrificing everything for a sunrise you'll never live to see. That was...
Yes!
I think that's probably my favorite speech in of the three in the show. All three of them are fantastic. But that one, holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the way I described it when I listened to it was, he's explaining that he wants to create a world of sanity that obeys the rules of law and order once again, in fairness and righteousness, And in such a world that he wants to create, he will be the first one on the chopping block to be executed for his sins. And he knows that, and he wants to do it anyways, because he believes that that is what the universe needs. Or the galaxy needs, I should say, because in Star Wars, the scale is galactic.
Yeah. 2 pounds from Reverner the blacksmith. Thank you. Honest thoughts. Is this game worth my money? No. Very solid no right now. There's a slight possibility it could redeem itself. At this point, it's a boring slogfest. What else? What else? There's another one here I wanted to read. I found the thing, Pony Guy. Sorry, I found the thing, Pony Guy. Canada isn't transphobic. It was a stupid headline about conversion therapy. Yeah, I have no idea about what any of that is. I remember hearing, like, people complaining about things, but I'm just so out of that discussion, I ignore it by default. I don't care.
Yeah, you just zone out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I usually do too, but this guy was being very annoying with how he was being, and I was just like, I have to push back a little bit here. And because I did that, I was punished.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not having a respectful discussion. He's immediately on the attack, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, he was just going full scorched earth, like Canada is basically the new Third Reich and shit. And I'm like, it's fucking Canada. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Canada, where our Prime Minister tries saying LGBTQ plus 2, 9, whatever, and he fucks it up like 5 or 6 times in a row, and then it keeps changing on a weekly basis.
Person of size.
do you have more super chats?
I don't know. I'm still scrolling through the old chat that I've been stuck on for a while because we keep talking about things. To be fair, thinking about it now, the pronoun stuff in games rated over the age of 18 shouldn't be an issue for anyone. If parents don't want their kids playing these games, parent them better, unironically. It's not so much about kids playing these games, it's the fact that it exists. Like,
Yeah. It's the normalization of something truly abhorrent.
For me, it's just... I remember playing a game where you make your character at the start of the game, it's like, okay, are you a boy or a girl? Are you male or female? You know? Just normal stuff. Now it's body type 1, body type 2. The fuck does that mean? Just say male or female. And then they have the pronouns thing separately as if they're going to be a different thing. I don't like that.
Yeah, it just gets annoying. It's needless additions that don't, like I said, it doesn't need to be there. And it's also just this constant reinforcement of think this way or you're not a true
XYZ
believer.
Yeah, you're not a true part of an ally is what they usually use.
Yeah, and they don't have friends or anybody that actually supports them. They just have allies.
As Rant does remind me of how Synthetic Man complained about wokeness in Baldur's Gate 3 or Tears of the Kingdom. The difference is, right, Synthetic Man is a fucking weirdo who, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah. Az has solid points. Sure, he came off as, incredibly hyperactive and everything, but that's his personality. When he gets frustrated with something, he just finally lets it all out.
Get the square shotgun yet? Yes. Yes, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree that Az went, a little overboard with how he reacted to it. It was a little bit...
Yeah.
To watch, it's like, come on, man, don't act like that. But was he wrong? No.
Seems a little phobic towards non-binary people.
Shut up.
I don't give a shit.
If one furry sits down at a table with 9 people and no one protests, you have a table of 10 furries laughing emote. Cree laughing emote. No.
Sorry, no, just wrong.
Wrong.
Ratioed.
There's a non-furry among us.
But Suckomatic, I want to point out too. Why the fuck can't all of Disney Star Wars have that writing? because they have an agenda, as was discovered, and they have confessed to multiple times. They want to push the far left supreme ideology in all their stuff. Like that was actually proven through meetings, shareholder meetings, everything. They want to do that. And this is one of the ones where the writer didn't have any of that. He didn't want none of that nonsense. And it actually came out incredibly well because he wrote them as people first and foremost.
Ooh, that's a really good thing. So a good way to explain it as why it's an issue is in a lot of these things. And as I said before, simply having these things doesn't make it bad. It's how it's done. And a good example of this is you see a lot of these modern movies, games, etc., and they're really bad. And the one common thread between them is almost always that wokeness is spearheading all of the decisions made in that piece of media.
Well, here's a question.
And
is the wokeness the reason why Han Solo, Indiana Jones, Luke Skywalker, the Doctor, and so many other characters have been completely fucked over?
I'm working hard, Captain.
And, like, had their characters ruined? Because you can argue,
I feel like it's a big part of it.
Because that could just be an issue of bad writing, which, like, it absolutely is bad writing. But it could also be, like, part of the wokeness. It's trying to ruin the heroes of old.
Well, and here's what I was going to get to. My main issue with the things, like, of what I see as problematic or, you know, like, why it's an issue is the way that they do it. They don't champion, you know, women's strength or anything like that or all this other stuff in a, ironically enough, an inclusive way that they try to portray it as. They always have to tear down someone else, and it's typically the, you know, male, straight, white, you know, any of that type of thing, where if you're a white person, well, we're going to bash you for the entire movie and make you look pathetic. Same if you're a male, same if you're, you know, anything that's considered bad in this new woke ideology. That's the issue right there, is the fact that they can't just do it on their own. They have to tear down other people. And one thing that they love to do is tear down existing characters that were already established to be a certain way, and they'll just ruin them for the sake of, haha, we're sticking it to the horrible fans that used to love this stuff, the original fans who are nothing but terrible people, and we know they're terrible.
The whole, this thing has evolved, it's moved beyond you type mentality.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate
Well, the
that.
deconstruction of characters.
Yes, that is one of my biggest issues with this whole thing, is they don't just want to insert this stuff and everything, it's also how they do it. They have to tear down everyone else. You can't just enjoy a game for being a game. You need to also be fucking torn down and, you know, insulted and just utterly humiliated for playing this game that you spent your money on and you did nothing wrong. The maliciousness of it is one of my biggest issues.
Yeah.
It also seems to be subtle enough that many people don't take notice.
Here, this is for you.
Or at least are apathetic to it.
Well, I
Yeah.
see your parents.
And for those of you who say, "Oh, that doesn't really happen," fucking the Barbie movie, which was literally just supposed to be like a subpar B movie
Good to see you.
for like,
I'll carry anything you need.
yeah, it literally was just meant to be a, you know, head empty, don't think, just enjoy movie. And look what they did to it. Look what it was. It was literally just a fucking horrible woke fest that does nothing but tear down men for having even just the thought of, oh, well, I could be independent and do things my way and actually have purpose.
No.
Oh no, we gotta correct that. No, that's bad.
Which was also weird because that movie was so bad with its moral grandstanding. Because the ultimate conclusion is that Barbie was totally in the right. But if you actually watch that movie, everything was 1,000 times better when the Kens all rose up and started thinking for themselves.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And everything, and
The
society
moment that the Kins
going better and
rose
better.
up, everything just like improved. And then once Barbie takes back over again, it just goes back to how it was and being
Back to
shit
shit,
again.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Isn't it also kind of a mixed message that the Kens seized power in just a couple of days after being torn down for so
the
long?
moral grandstanding is so fucked in that movie. Like, it's supposed to be a super pro-feminism movie, but it ends up unironically like endorsing the patriarchy wholeheartedly because everything is unironically better when the Kens rose up. It was genuinely a more stable, happy, like just better world in total.
Is there anything in here?
But the funniest part was, did you see what Ryan Gosling had to say afterwards?
No.
I did. That was great.
What did
So
say?
he said, so Ryan Gosling was questioned about what his thoughts on the Barbie movie was, and he said, well, it's supposed to be a feminist fantasy, hence why you don't see any of them over 300 pounds, because it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn!
Oh my god,
Fucking-
based.
Fucking based.
We need to watch
Oh
The Nice
my
Guys
God.
at some point. That is a fantastic movie. I'd even be willing to watch that after the stream tonight if you guys are up for it.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I
there,
might be up for that.
there are a couple more comments I want to get that came in. Or let the past die. Burn it. Yeah, let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's another representation of, like, trying to destroy the past. I despise that line. Creetosis, are you a furry? No. Man, I still remember the first time I was asked that. I was doing a Fallout 4 research stream years ago. I'm like, oh god. Hopefully this is the only time it gets asked. Quick question. Does your spacesuit have durability? I don't believe so. Caught another live. Types are so good. Also, Stag Gang is based as usual. Oh, thank you. It's just so tiring. Yep. It's all so tiresome.
What was funny was the other day I actually had somebody show up in the Rumble chats, and I hadn't seen them before. I hadn't seen them, like, talking or anything like that. Apparently they'd been a lurker for quite a while. And they unironically said, thank you for being so patriotic towards our country and everything like that. And I was like, oh my god, you're gonna make me blush. It's like, Jesus, I don't know, I've never had anybody say that, mean something like that. It was one of those, like, moments of, like, how very sweet of you, to say such a thing. But yeah, it's like, I've always been patriotic to the United States. But it was just that weird moment of, like, somebody acknowledging it and was, like, grateful that I was. That was just so weird. It's kind of like the people that come up to me and say thank you for your service, for the Marines and stuff like that, even though, again, I have to correct people. I was in the Marines. I was medically discharged before I got my Eagle Globe and Anchor, so my EGA. That's why I don't officially call myself one, even though I have military documentation and everything like that. I don't officially call myself one. But people still say it anyways, because I tried, and I just have that moment of, like, I don't know, it feels weird and wrong.
Yeah, it almost feels like stolen valor, even though it's not.
Yeah, even though I was absolutely there, and I have all the documentation and everything for it, and I was medically discharged, which is considered a discharge other than honor. What was the? I don't remember what the full terminology is. Discharge other than honorable medical or something like that is the full title of it.
Hold on. Did you see that? Let me try to shoot this
No.
guy again. 10 out of 10, Bethesda. Great game.
Oh, the
nice.
hitboxes. Yeah.
Also, I noticed that you're shooting an invisible wall, and you also see all that dirt that's flying in the air next to it.
Yeah.
Well done.
We should be well beyond that at this point. Like, not to do a current year thing, but, like, technology has advanced to the point where you should be able to get your hitboxes not fucked up. In a game where being able to shoot your enemies properly and hide behind cover properly is very important.
Oh, did either of you see the the stuff I was talking about in the Starfield channel about the guns the other day?
No.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my god. Okay, let me scroll back up. I want to get some of these. I'm going to share some images with you guys. So... Oh my god, there's been so much talking in the Starfield channel while I was asleep. I have to scroll so far.
Did he fall beneath the map?
Oh my god.
Surely he's just hiding behind a rock. Surely he didn't fall beneath the map.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to show is the old world AK they have in the game feels like a mod because look at this.
Hold on, I'll have to grab the image and put it on screen.
There's a couple.
That does not look good. Hold on.
Yeah, that is not good.
What the fuck?
So apparently the gun is too slim and all of the other guns are so bulky that apparently they just reuse animations for most of the guns. So your character just holds this gun as if it's
chonkier than it is.
Yeah.
You know what this just reminded me of, this second image? Remember, I don't know which Slav jank game it is, but there's that game where someone's holding a pistol like a rifle. It's like, you see, Sergey, aim is more accurate this way because of fear of hitting hand.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
god.
So, okay, and then there's this energy sniper rifle thing. And the scope for it, so here's the first image where it's literally just, you know, they're looking out on the horizon with this scope. There's nothing going on.
You know what that
And then there's this image. So he shoots the gun and the reticle goes up slightly. Look where the bullet is. And this happens every time, by the way. This isn't a one-off. Every single shot fired out of this fucking sniper rifle doesn't go anywhere near the actual, like where the actual crosshair is pointing.
Damn.
It is a completely useless sniper rifle.
What the fuck?
Is that red thing the bullet?
Yes, that red thing is the bullet. That is where the bullet went in relation to the crosshair. Then you have this shotgun that I was just baffled about. We tried to explain it somehow, but we did not come up with like a conclusion to this thing. So,
just quickly,
here's a couple.
Just quickly, someone got the exact quote for me. When you aim like this, you will never miss, for fear of hitting the fingers.
So here's an image of this thing with the drum mag in and with it out. This shotgun doesn't make any sense. You load the drum mag in, and there's no charging handle, nothing to feed the shells into the shotgun. It just fires once you put this drum mag in into the stock, mind you. You're putting this thing into the stock of the gun, and the shells don't seem to actually be fed into the receiver. It's almost as if this mag is a revolving drum where it's meant to just, like, the shells stay inside the drum and a firing pin hits it, firing the shells for some reason into the receiver of the gun and then into the barrel. And you can even see the hole when you go to reload. There's like a hole there, but from what I can tell, the shotgun shells don't actually feed into it.
Well, and the other thing I'm noticing here is how big and chonky this fucking shotgun is, and it only has a 6-round capacity.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, not to mention the weight of this motherfucker would be, like, oh my god, this would be awful to use.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I was talking about, where I'm like, if this thing doesn't actually feed the shells into the receiver, why do you need the shotgun to be this long?
Yeah. Like, or is the thing on the bottom supposed to be a different weapon entirely?
Maybe it's supposed to be a grenade launcher attached to it or something? I don't know.
I don't understand the shotgun. I don't understand.
Let me find the other thing. Where is it? Oh, right, this thing. So, this is like an SMG pistol. And it has this AR-style charging handle, but they're just these big foldable levers on each side that you have to pinch your fingers between the gun and these levers and slide your fingers all the way down to the base to unfold them so that you can then pull the charging handle back, and as soon as you let go, they refold. And I'm just like, why would you bother with that? Why not just have a normal fucking AR-style charging handle that doesn't fold?
Or on an SMG like this, why not just have a fucking, like, you pull the top slide itself? Like, this looks like a really narrow SMG. I need to see it in fucking, third person or something. I need to be able to see it compared to the person, but Jesus Christ. How do they expect anybody to get their fingers in there?
I don't know. It looks very uncomfortable. And speaking of uncomfortable, here we have an assault rifle with a similar charging handle. Well, a similar, more AR-style charging handle. However, look at how bulky the gun is, and then where the charging handle is. Getting your fingers into there and wrapped around the charging handle to pull back would be very uncomfortable. That would not feel good, having to wedge your fingers between this bulky gun and the charging handle itself.
It's a lot better than the SMG, but yeah,
it is a lot better, but it's also like, well, you could have done better here.
Like, this would be functional. This would be functional. Annoying, but functional.
Yeah, at least with that little square bit, you could just take one hand and pull it back with just like the palm of your hand instead of trying to put your fingers in there. So at least in that regard, it's functional. More so than trying to get your fingers in there, which would still be functional, but very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then there was this thing, because we got to talking about, like, Bethesda mentioned that they wanted this to be a NASA punk style game, and the only thing I could come to was that this could be considered NASA punk, but so many of the other guns just don't fit that aesthetic at all.
Yeah. How is that assault rifle NASA punk? How is that shotgun abomination NASA punk?
I despise the phrase NASA. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. I think
it does have that whole clean white look. Maybe that's something they're going for.
I'll show the second one first, because this is one we saw during the direct, where it's like, yeah, it's my favorite gun. The early 2000s printer, fax machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that you pull the disc in and out of. Apparently it's a shotgun.
Okay.
Bethesda are just super shit at designing guns.
Yeah, they're not very good at it.
And melee weapons and combat.
Oh god,
and AI.
This one image is randomly fucking huge. Hold on. Oh god. Get smaller, right? Okay, there we go.
Wait. I just realized that says Cyberpunk 2077 all weapon reload animations. So that assault rifle is from Cyberpunk.
Oh, it is, yeah. Well, see, someone sent me that during the discussion where I was sending all these other images from this video about Starfield. And someone put that in there and was criticizing it too. I just figured it was Starfield, but apparently not.
No, that is Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's a different game.
Even more impressive. That might explain why it actually looks functional and usable.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. Oh yeah, there was also this thing. There was this gun.
While you're posting that, I'm gonna grab the super chat. 6 Malaysian ringgits from Pendacar Mando. Thank you. Cree, couldn't see the VODs. How's the game so far? Incredibly boring. Incredibly boring. Oh my god, what the hell is that abomination?
That is a very weird looking.
Hate the way this thing looks, and it has this weird effect that when you reload it, it has like these particles that hover over the magwell, which sits on top of the gun. It almost looks like you're sticking your hand into like concentrated radiation.
Is this like an alien gun?
I don't know. It's some kind of energy weapon.
I hate it.
And it is
doesn't look
very
like something
strange.
invented by humans.
Alright. Hey, I need to equip my cutter.
I'll try and grab an image of the particles I'm talking about so you can see exactly what I'm referring to.
We're gonna get more spacetism.
Oh hey, you're playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah. $5 from Dark World XL, thank you. Wouldn't you want larger charging handles or larger stuff in general? Considering you're wearing heavy gloves.
Yes, you would want larger, not smaller, which is the problem with that SMG, is that it's super folded against the gun, so you can't actually use the charging handle. It's super stupid.
You're back. You did
I
not
will say
respond
there
when I
were
called
some
you
guns
after
in
you
this
pulled out the
video that
artifact.
actually seemed just
Does that mean
decent.
Barrett's theory and experience were correct?
Like there was some where I'm
The
like, you know what?
artifact
I could see
grants
that
the
being in a
first person who
competent video
touches it a
game.
vision?
But there was definitely some fucking stinkers in here.
The fact that it has happened to both you and Barrett is already more than we had before. I think it is important that we discuss what you saw back there. That man. What I had done.
You killed a person, I don't care. What the hell is this? We just killed like 30 people to get this artifact, and now she's getting all... Oh, we need to talk about what happened back there. That man I killed. It's like... It's a game all about killing people.
It was, yes. I appreciate that you see it that way. A very practical outlook, not one I find is shared amongst members.
Something I've also noticed about the music in Starfield is that it's very subdued.
By subdued, do you mean very samey sounding? Because Fallout 4 had the exact same problem. A lot of the tracks sounded like very, very similar to each other.
Well, it sounds more like calming ambience, even in combat, from what I've heard so far.
Here we go.
Oh, hey,
so when you reload...
She asked me what my background is. Notice anything missing here?
I can't even... Hold on.
Wait, so you can't even pick the background you actually chose at Character Creator?
Nope.
What the fuck?
What? What's the fucking point of picking a background then?
Because it's flavor text on what set of skills you want.
You know what was
Jesus
amazing about Baldur's Gate
Christ.
3? The
Huh?
fact that they would constantly comment on your background and your race, your character itself.
Yeah.
And you could actually have tons of dialogue where you could interject stuff because of your particular background.
Yes, I love the fact that I can do stuff like that because I'm a paladin. I can like interject and be like, I am a authority on matters of judgment and justice. So you should leave this to me. I love that I can do that.
Hold
Or
on a
somebody's
second.
something-
There might be something here because of the background I chose. Istura says, "Wait, what did you choose?"
Quiet.
Shut the God, fuck! I hate this shit. What did you choose? I think I had it show up for my long hauler background. I can't remember though. So I picked like Space Scoundrel, so essentially Han Solo. So maybe for that you just get all sorts of things rather than like anything solid. You know? Like maybe if I had picked Xenobiologist, it would have said that.
Well, I'll see when I do it. I'll see.
Alright, but still, I don't like that the answer is all sorts of things, because it sounds very vague and generic. That's something that can apply to any background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
But
now?
back for Baldur's
I
Gate
have
3,
also
I
seen
love
a
the
great
fact
many
like somebody
things
tries
in
to do
my
some
time.
mystical bullshit or try to
Some
claim that
quite
something's
dangerous.
magical, and I can look him in the
You
eye and I
both
can
seem
say,
to be
the very weave flows through
unusual
my blood.
additions
I am
to
a sorcerer.
constellation.
I know if something's magical or
Please,
not,
I would
dickless.
ask that you
And then
not
they'll just
mention
shy
to
away or
Vladimir
something like
the
that, or they'll have to try to change the subject or
circumstances
be
in
like,
which you
oh,
found me. This is not the first time that
Have you guys
Nice.
seen the
Rune
Twitter thread of a
zealots
guy
have
having a
attempted to
full-on
corner
mental
me.
breakdown because people were being
If
racist
it is
towards his
known that
tiefling
this
character in the game?
Yes.
oh, it's
Yes.
not a guy, it was a
It has
girl
been a
who
while
was a
since I
fucking
was given
land
an
whale
assignment on my
who
Oh,
proudly
I would not want it
proclaimed,
to be
and it was a black
even
woman
longer in
who
the
proudly
future.
proclaimed that she brings
Do you
diversity,
understand?
equity, and inclusiveness to her Dungeons and Dragons tabletop games. It was like those have got to be the most
This means
insufferable
we are
fucking
in
sessions
agreement.
on the planet.
Thank you.
hmm
That is good to
Funny
know.
enough, I was
imagine
talking
it.
about this
I will
earlier
finish
in another
here and
server.
return to New Atlantis when I can. You
Let me
should
see if
go
I can
now,
find that
as they
again
will
so I
be
can just kind
expecting
of
us.
read some of what I said. Because this guy was arguing basically that you don't need like racial. You don't need racism or skills based on race in these games, and I'm just like, I disagree. Games that have those things tend to be far better than the ones who don't.
Yep.
It also is just good
And-
world building.
Yeah.
Like, of course,
Yeah.
there's going to be like tensions between different species. Then, you know, you might have an arc where characters might have to resolve their differences. It's just storytelling and world building.
For
Especially
example-
if you're...
For
Go ahead.
example, it's pretty based in Morrowind that they enslave those lizard fucks.
Wow. But especially in D&D, tieflings are born of demonic blood. It makes fucking sense that people don't trust them. They have a natural bias against them because of their fucking hell blood, okay? Makes sense. Same thing with a lot of people don't trust Dragonborn because they're considered outsiders. There was a merging that happened where two different realities merged together and the Dragonborn got left behind. And they're just like, everyone's like, what the fuck?
Finding valuable stuff like
There's
this.
giant
For some
kobolds
reason,
now?
it's all-
But, you know, even though Dragonborn were like, we take offense to that. But yeah, it's just a thing where it's great that the shit like that fucking happens.
Yeah, it creates drama.
Yeah, same thing if your character plays a drow. There's a fantastic video of a guy who does a bunch of like, first time playing an RPG and then he plays it a certain way and then he realized all this horrible things that he did, and this is the second time he makes opposite choices. And then the third time he realized those opposite choices were actually made things way worse, so he's like all confused now. He does fantastic videos like that. And he did one about playing a drow in Baldur's Gate 3. And there was this guy who's like, oh no, they took my wife. What am I ever going to do? And he goes up to talk with them. And the person looks around and goes, oh, drow! And he goes, oh boy, here we go. He goes, no, please don't molest me. Don't tie me down and kidnap me. I'm sorry. He's
I
like,
think this
dude,
is
I'm here to
the-
help. And he's like, oh, he's attacking me. He's like, no, I'm really here to help.
Okay, maybe this isn't the same video, but there was a video I showed Cree, and it was of it kind of had that style of like those videos you were talking about, and there's just like this guy who's like, oh no, they got my boy, they got, what's his name, no, and there's just this dead body on the ground, and he's like, all right, well, let's just see what the problem is. And he talks to the guy and he's like, oh, hello, no, man, no, not a drow. I was gonna live, man. I was gonna live. And the drow's like, nah, man, I'm here to help you. And he's like, nah, man, you ain't taking me down. And he pulls out a knife. And stabs himself and kills himself. He's like, I'm going out on my own terms.
No.
And all these people, and then he gets all these like things of like, this person disapproved, this person disapproves, this person disapproves, this person disapproves, and I think it was like Shadowheart is like the only one who approves.
Shadowheart approves, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, good enough for me. And then the music for Down by the River is playing in the background, and he's like, oh my god, will you stop with the Down by the River? So and there's like this character that was actually singing it in the background. He's like, oh my god, will you just stop with the Down by the River? And it does a roll, and he lands a fucking a nat 1.
Yes.
And he critically fails, and he's like, "Oh, with the river and the singing, and suddenly I want to walk into that nearby river."
I did like the initial plans they had for that character and why Down by the River as a thing. Also, it's the leitmotif. What a lot of people don't realize is the leitmotif is all over the place in Baldur's Gate 3, and a bunch of the songs you have it. In the theme songs, especially, and Down by the River, in the song about the power, or even cooler, the leitmotif will actually play if you bring down an enemy that is either equal to or higher level than you, so they're a higher difficulty challenge. If you kill it, it actually play the leitmotif in the background, which I'm like, that's a neat fucking touch. Holy shit.
There's something I was going to say at some point, but I forgot what it was. Can someone please like beat a tiefling meltdown? Oh no.
It was in Baldur's Gate 3. It was a lady who was saying, like, as a black person, this racism is super hurtful. I know exactly what they feel. It's like, you don't have demon blood, you dumb. I want to go beyond that, but yeah, you don't have demon blood, you idiot. But it's another one of those moments where clearly demonic horns, made with demon blood and constantly attacked for their appearance and their parentage. It's clearly representing black people. And it's like, no, you're just a racist idiot.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm playing a tiefling, and I have not gotten that fucking vibe at all.
Well, that's the cool thing about it, though, is that because there's so many tieflings in it, because this takes place after the Avernus incident. What was it called? What was it called? Fuck. The point being is that this is after a major tiefling city fell into one of the 9 hells, and all the tieflings had to escape from Avernus. And yeah, so it's really cool to see. That's where all those refugees are from. All those tieflings in the Druid Grove are from Avernus. They're trying to escape. They made it back to the world, and they're trying to live.
Oh, have you seen the floating trees yet? Because
No.
a lot of people are seeing like floating trees and shit.
That's bound to happen when you This thing does not. This thing doesn't look like it's flying. It looks like it's swimming in air.
The way it turned right there.
Yeah, that was jank.
What?
Oh my god, the way it just floats down.
Oh god.
Oh my.
Okay, I want to read some of these arguments and stuff. So this was coming off of the argument about the pronoun stuff into racial choices in video games. And basically, it was me and this other guy arguing against this one dude who's kind of an idiot. And basically, this other person I'm with is saying, like, well, I'm just worried the body type 1 and 2, they, them, will be used as an excuse to make gender a meaningless choice in an RPG. Sure, you could play a woman, but none of the characters acknowledge it. I've seen games do it before, where all the dialogue is designed to never reference the player's gender, so they didn't need to do multiple takes. Same reason I'm worried about race in RPGs boiling down to skin color and minor stat bonuses, rather than changing how people interact with you or how some quests played out. Like it's pushing a design standard that allows devs to be lazy by spinning it as inclusion. Yeah, so that's another reason why I don't like this stuff.
So let me mention something based on that. You know what's a moment I really like in Morrowind? For how, like, funny and terrible it is?
What?
When you're going to the Great Houses to be named as a Nerevarine, there's one character you run into in House Telvanni who the interaction changes depending on whether you're male or female. Give me a sec, I'll go clear my... So, she's portrayed to be like a crazy uber feminist. So if you're male, she will outright deny her and you have to kill her. If you're female, she gets all smug and she's like, that'll show those horrible men that their great idol's been reincarnated as a female. It's just like, yeah, it's a little thing, and it's obviously a crazy character, but like, it's the game acknowledging which sex you chose.
Yeah, which is nice. I like when games do that. And so my response was, agreed. We're already seeing people and other game devs whinging about Baldur's Gate 3 having racism based on what race you chose. And this guy comes in with, hold on, let me find it exactly.
Also, remember at the start of Oblivion how depending on which race and sex you chose, the character in the cell across from you would mock you based on that?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he says, so a return to the 90s when they had the faceless, voiceless protagonist you had to rely on the box cover for. I say, that's not what he's saying. You don't need to strip out everything else to not have pronouns or gender fluid options in games. I'm especially tired of seeing games where instead of picking male or female character, you have to pick character A or B. And he then says, no, I mean, as in, they don't let you have the choice. You are Samus Aran, you are Doom Guy, you are Lara Croft. Are people playing Lara Croft or Samus Troons now? And I say, those aren't RPGs.
Yeah. You're not,
like that.
You're not doing that. And even in RPGs where you are a predefined character, like Witcher 3, you're role-playing as Geralt of Rivia and trying to make choices from his perspective. And you physically cannot make choices he wouldn't make. Like, he won't kill children. You can't kill children.
I like the idea of RPGs to do that, where you have RPGs where you make your character and you decide everything about your character, like New Vegas. Or you have RPGs where you play as an established character that allows you some choice, but choice within what that character would actually do. I do really like that.
By the way, I posted here for you guys. Cree doesn't have to play it off stream if he doesn't want to, but this is the thing I'm talking about. And I'm going to play it again tomorrow, so anybody that heard it on today's stream, I'm playing it again tomorrow for my stream again.
I will check it out in just a moment. I want to go through the rest of these real quick.
Yeah.
So then the other guy I'm with comes in and says, I'll put it like this. Imagine you're playing an RPG with multiple races. Having quests exclusive to each race is cool, but also development intensive. But if you make said quests accessible to all races, it's suddenly inclusive and saves the devs from having to make a bunch of checks when interacting with them as different races. That's the kind of inclusion I'm worried about, where what you are literally doesn't matter. And then he comes in with, you can flip that around and argue that in order to not be exclusive or whatever, they don't add something special so people aren't pigeonholed. I say, cough, Skyrim, cough.
Yeah.
The other person comes in, exclusive is a good thing though, and then this guy says, I never played, surprisingly, fantasy games. I just don't... fantasy games just don't grab me by... Okay, I'm not going to say that. They just don't grab me. I'm meaning the reverse. Saving the effort in the first place by making it no different. Nothing requires race-specific content. I say I disagree. Games and tabletops that actually take your choice of race into consideration tend to be much better than the ones that treat every race the exact same. Then the other person comes in. Having content exclusive for different types of playthroughs is a great way to add depth and perspectives to a world on multiple playthroughs. It's why I like Dragon Age Origins so much. The exclusive starts gave you a reason to have different views on the world as your character.
Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good point. Dragon Age Origins, fantastic origin start system. Like, it hasn't aged super well, and if you really think about it, it's the BioWare problem of the BioWare NPCs. But having those different, like, playing as a dwarf is not the same as playing as a human, is not the same as playing as an elf. And that is so fucking enjoyable in Dragon Age Origin.
Yeah. And then the conversation kind of died from there. Because I posted the apparently people who were vaccinated are now more likely to die from this new string than unvaccinated people, and I posted the Joker. Okay, that's funny. GIF right below it. And then it just kind of went from there, where people were posting clips of like people passing out on national TV and stuff like that, and someone brought up Smash Mouth dying and trying to say like they think that that's why, and then I linked the thing and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure his death was just liver failure from over drinking, because he drank a lot. So they even mentioned that he was having liver failure and was about to die, and that's why he died.
Fine.
Good. Are you talking about the Smash Mouth guy?
Yeah, the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
It's both funny and sad that we were just talking about how much we didn't like that song, like, just a couple days ago, and now he's dead.
I know!
I know!
Like, what awful timing.
It's one of those things where he's just sitting there and he's like, wait, somebody's talking about somebody once told me. They don't like it! Well, guess I'll die then.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate, though.
It is extremely unfortunate.
Yeah. There's a couple things I want to point out about this planet. Extremely toxic environment, corrosive atmosphere. Huh. You know, something like that would be a neat detail if it affected your gear. You know, like durability or something?
Yeah.
Oh. It's too bad we don't have that. Let me just make sure I'm not talking about my ass. About my ass? Out my ass.
No, you're right.
Mod 0 to 0, value, mass, fire rate, range, accuracy, rounds, mag, ammo, cutter, energy 4. Yep, no durability.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to, since they took it out from Fallout 4.
I mean, the only thing they had it in for was power armor. Now it's meant as a way to restrict how much you use it, which was really dumb.
Yeah, it was so fucking stupid. I hated that change.
Yep.
Willed his death into existence.
No, I didn't.
I completely forgot about this. I linked the image for that gun. So when you reload it, there's like this weird, like, effect of like emission and stuff, and it's not just heat, because there's like weird floaty green and like red particles that come out of it, and it's kind of like Fallout radiation. And I'm like, why would you stick your hand there to put a mag in?
No, just...
Yeah, it seems like some kind of alien weapon.
Just go into Chernobyl and pet the elephant's foot.
Yep.
Forehead.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. Oh, occupied cave. Okay, at least it's not like the abandoned mine that wasn't abandoned. Alright, I leveled up.
I love the onion.
Got me a skill point.
I just like that it says published October 28th, 1998.
What?
Oh, I think Pagan posted in the chat.
Yeah. Here, allow me to read you an excerpt from The Onion. Why do all these homosexuals keep sucking my cock when I press the buttons to do so?
So, what's happened in the story so far? Are you far into it now?
Okay, yeah, I've collected several artifact pieces, so let me tell you the story as I've seen it so far. You start off regardless of your background, you start off working as a miner. So, it makes total sense to be like a xenobiologist who's working in a mine. For no apparent reason. I don't know why. They send you into a cave to mine a thing that they were looking for. It's this weird artifact piece thing. You touch it and your character has a serious tism moment where the camera zooms out through space and you hear music and you see the stars align into what looks like a pattern or a shape. And you only get to see this very quickly and then it goes away. Then, now that you're, like, magically touched by this thing, you're sent away to the Constellation group. They're the main faction you seem to be dealing with for the story. And they have some leads on where to find more of these artifact pieces, so they send you to find a guy who found one, and you get it from him when you eventually find him. They send you to a place to dig up an artifact piece. They send you to another place to dig up another artifact piece. They send you to another place to dig up another artifact piece. And as you can see from the gameplay right now, they send you to another place to dig up another artifact piece. Really engaging stuff. I don't know why we're doing any of this. I don't know what the point of it is. But, you gotta get those fucking artifact pieces, scrub. Each of them that get touched for the first time shows you a similar vision, but not the exact same vision. There seems to be slight differences. Why are we doing this? I have no idea. I'm several hours into the story now, and I have no idea. They have not explained it. Okay, we're going to see it again right now, because I'm about to mine another one. That's not the item.
So I guess you're like collecting the McMuffins, meeting people that might be around the McMuffin.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's no intelligent alien life. It's all animals. There's only humans as far as intelligent life goes. So the fact that we're finding these things out in space, everyone should be losing their absolute shit. This should be everyone's, like, top priority, top concern to get these things. They should be extremely valuable. You should have groups, like, seeking to mine them and, like, sell them on the black market or sell them to the highest bidder. Or be like, hey, I know your goal, Constellation, is to get all these pieces. I'll sell this one to you for 200,000 credits or something insane, you know? No one seems to really care. Like, all of them are conveniently just perfectly sitting like this. You have to mine them out a little bit, except for any that have already been discovered. I think Constellation had 2 before the one you found. Then this happens when you pick them up.
Yeah, there was one in a ship, like just sitting in like the cockpit. That you had to take off the little mount.
Thank you. Yeah, the thing you posted. There's actually another meme image that's like that. But it's from Space Station 13. And it involves moths, because moth people in Space Station 13 can eat clothing to sustain themselves. And so somebody did an image like this, is like, you got any shoes I can eat? And then they posted a video clip of, because in Space Station 13, with how divergent and weird the systems are, you can instantaneously steal somebody's shoes if you know, like, the right button combinations to do in a grab on them. So you can just, like, run up to somebody, grab them, tie their shoelaces together so they can't run, instantaneously rip their shoes off of them and start eating them right in front of them. And so there have been multiple servers where moth people will run up to random people in the station, knock them over, grab their shoes, and eat them as they run away.
That's pretty funny.
It's like, oh, get back here, you little fuck!
And for chat, I just posted the tweet of, it's an image of Gale, like, pressed up against the player's camera, like, from the forehead down. And it like a super up close shot, and with the caption that just says, "You got any magical shoes I can eat?"
Yeah. Yeah, did you guys listen to that operatic song? I mean, I know Cree can't, but I'm asking Kagan
I'll do it right
and Jen.
now.
Let me have a listen.
With the way the game is written, it doesn't seem like there's any intelligent human life in this game either. Ah.
Yeah, it already sounds great, even just 20 seconds in.
It was genuinely written to be an operatic piece, and I'm just like, oh god, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
Even when he's just doing normal speech, obviously cadence though, it is really fucking good. That song.
Now there it is, corrosive vapor fog. What's the point of even warning me about it? Am I going to take damage from it? Because it's warned me about different conditions on planets, and I haven't noticed an effect.
Kind of like how lightning is supposed to stop magic usage in Skyrim, and it only does it on, like, dragons, weirdly enough.
Oh god, yeah. Oh god. Siren. I see some creatures to kill. Come on, wildlife.
Okay, Stag, which is better, Silent Hill or Resident Evil?
Silent Hill.
I'd say it's pretty hard to beat Silent Hill, just for the psychological aspects of it and the story. Resident Evil has always been pretty fucking goofy and tismy. Resident Evil 3 is the best. Original Resident Evil 3, not Remake 3. Resident Evil 3 is the best of the original Resident Evils, for sure. But Silent Hill, my god, the musical score for it, the atmosphere, the gameplay. I know a lot of people don't like the gameplay because it's clunky and janky, but that's kind of the fucking point.
Yeah. It's one of the few instances of it's bad on purpose that actually makes sense.
Yeah, because he's not supposed to be a fucking hardened combat veteran. In the main character of the first game or the second game and the third game, especially, they're not hardened combat veterans. I can't speak of 4 because I never really played 4.
Sometimes my shooting cursor will randomly turn red when there's nothing there. Like right now I'm looking at animals, but if I'm walking, see it keeps randomly turning red.
I've seen it happen when you were just looking at the ground at some point, and then suddenly it would just be red. Like right there. Like what the fuck was it red for then?
Oh, also something else, Gadget. This is something I've noticed on pretty much every single planet I landed on. They are super busy in traffic, except for Earth. Because, like, even when I'm landing on Desolate Rock Planet, I've seen numerous ships fly across the sky and land.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be random encounters, but we're supposed to be in space exploring unknown planets and shit like that, and we'll have constantly people landing around us. So where the fuck did you assholes come from? Are you following?
How's the game so far? I kinda hate it. It's very boring. I don't know what I'm doing anything for. There's the quest to find the artifact pieces. What do? I have no idea. Constellation seems super interested in it. I don't know why. Like, sure, it's a curiosity. Sorry. That's kind of the problem, is it's treated like a curiosity. The problem with that is, like, finding alien artifacts in a universe where there are no intelligent alien life seems pretty fucking significant, and the game doesn't seem to be treating it that way. It's treated as a curiosity rather than like a major scientific breakthrough that's like international news. Or I guess interplanetary news. Like, just imagine for a moment if we sent the first man on Mars, landed on Mars, and, you know, they're looking around and checking the place out, and then they discover, oh wait, there's something constructed here. There's something unnatural, something that was made by living creatures that
Even
are
if it's
clearly
something
intelligent.
Even if it's something incredibly mundane, like they go across a dune and they see a rock outcropping in a cave, and they go to this cave and they see, like, just little pillars designed to hold the roof up, like it was a mine or something.
Yeah.
Something completely insignificant. It's just a mine, but
This would
he
be
didn't put that there.
This would be the kind of discovery that pretty much everyone on Earth would know about within 24 hours of it being announced. There's no way you don't hear about something that big and significant. This game seems to be treating it like a very mundane thing, where like the universe at large doesn't seem to care, but Constellation does because it's like their hobby. And we already saw this earlier in this stream. One of the characters is speculating, oh, what if it's a bomb that blows up the moment we put it together? What if it's an interstellar children's toy? It's like, motherfucker, you should be way more concerned if that's, like, your thought process.
Yeah, what if it ends up being like the Halo ring?
Yeah.
Remember how, oh goodness, I was about to say earlier that with the whole touching the artifacts and getting the, visions kind of reminds me of what happened in the Halo TV series.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I completely forgot about that.
So, Kree, what you're saying is, in order to make it more interesting and, you know, have a reason to look for these things, is they should tie it to an interesting plot about finding your dad or your kidnapped son.
Don't give them shitty ideas.
Yeah, your dad long ago went to get some cigarettes, but he was actually after the alien artifacts.
Okay, I didn't actually intend to land here, but I did, so...
Speaking of that Mars thing, did you guys hear that we, apparently we drowned microorganisms we found on Mars that we had here on Earth? Like all the samples we brought back to Earth, we killed all of them because the scientists put water in the beakers and drowned them all by accident.
Oh no! What if the intelligent life was microscopic?
What if even worse? What if we just happened to find the only samples on the entire planet of Mars that had microorganisms, and we brought them back here and then killed them all by accident?
Oh man.
So there's never gonna be like any kind of evolution on Mars where it actually becomes a planet, like it could have become one like in centuries or like, you know, millions and millions of years from now.
Yeah.
So
Wait. Was that creature just labeled Apex Predator?
I thought it was too. It's called Apex Parrot Hawk.
Oh, okay.
Stink to high heaven,
But here's the other thing also. They have the same problem as those other floaty creatures, where you shoot them and they just fall from the sky. It looks really bad.
Your dad
Spawn
is
killing
water
Xenos.
purifier on Mars.
Spawn killing Xenos.
No, poor aliens.
It just looks so shit.
It does. It looks terrible. Membership message from Grandmaster Pi. Thank you. Yay, a stream on the day before my birthday. Here's to the old men, Setch.
Wow. Thank.
I'm probably gonna be streaming tomorrow if I can. If I stream tomorrow, it means I'll stream almost every day of my vacation.
Hey, how are you?
God, I still want to toss that child out of the airlock. I don't want her on my ship. The worst thing is the Constellation is the only explorers group in the settled systems, which charting and exploration would be an extremely lucrative industry. Yeah. Hatred gives Creetosis life. Maybe. Maybe that's why I was sick. I wasn't hating enough, so if I hate more, I'll get unsick.
Yeah, he was playing too many fun games like TF2, and it was slowly killing him.
The ironic thing is, I was feeling better all day today than I was yesterday, and now I'm feeling so much worse now that I'm playing Starfield.
After all, didn't someone say that toxic negativity was your brand?
Yes.
Maybe it's also your lifeblood.
That was Miniature Nerd.
Ah.
And that's, like, he didn't know anything about me, so, you know, that's nice.
Yeah. No more birds, that'll cheer you up.
Eh. I don't know if you know this, but running while encumbered will quickly drain your oxygen. You might have missed the message that pops up. Yes, I see it every single time. My favorite thing is when there's a mechanic in the game, and the game will never let you forget about it when you have to engage with it.
Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy?
Oh god. Okay. Maybe I'm being retarded here. I might need some help. The Lodge, Mass District, Commercial District, New Atlantis, Frontier. Okay. You're carrying too much, you can't fast travel. So, I can't go to landing area because that's the area I landed on the planet that isn't in the city. The Lodge brings me where I don't want to go. Commercial District, I don't want to go. Bartender at Viewport. Where's just like the actual landing site? The space dock for the space town in the space game. You're carrying too much if you can't fast travel. Cool, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then. That's the subway there, I'll take that. Do the loading screens spoil the game story like the one in Fallout 4 did? I haven't noticed any so far, but I also haven't really been reading them.
Yeah.
Let your hatred and anger flow through you, and give you power beyond any mortal. Ah, that I will. Spaceport, yeah, send me to the spaceport. It's a repeat of the Pokemon Scarlet streams. You could hear him get better in real time. Was I sick for those too?
I think so.
Yeah, you were.
Oh.
Oh, I watched the Actman's reviews on those games. God, they were awful.
His reviews or the game?
The game. The
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet, like, the state of those game releases, probably the worst I've ever seen their game get released in.
Yeah.
I just can't stand Ackman's videos. Like, they'll have solid moments, but then he shoves his head up his own ass and becomes super pretentious. Doesn't pay attention to anything that's actually going on, and usually rambles like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
But his Dark Souls video is one of the most, like, insane things I've ever seen, because it was like, I know his video is really good so far, guys. I remember doing the stream of, like, the research stream and everything when I was still trying to do the Dark Souls video. Speaking of videos, Jesus Christ, the Halo Reach video. But I like stopped for the day and left, and then I came back the next day because we were over time, and I came back the next day and I started it, and we got to about the 30-minute mark, and suddenly he went fucking full pants on head retarded. And just got flowery speech, nonsense words all over the place and rambled, and then ended with one of the most cringe-inducing fucking endings, like, and as you come upon this final threshold, the words linger on the tip of your tongue. You don't know what they are, but eventually it all comes out. Masterpiece. And I was like, oh, fuck off!
Yeah, that sounds really fucking lame.
Jesus Christ.
It's so romantic.
Shut up.
Yeah, his arena shooter video is absolute dog shit. He calls Half-Life an arena shooter, for God's sakes.
What the fuck? He's one of the people, not to bring up an old discussion, he's one of the people that was going after ads on Twitter over the pronouns thing.
Yeah.
And,
Back into the hunt.
Oh, yeah, that's where I first heard about it.
Ads called him the fuck out in its own video. It was, Ads' video on the situation was pretty good. I definitely recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe Starfield was so bad it made Cree physically sick. Yes, it was this game and no other factor that made me sick.
Poor Cree, he suffers for all of us.
Damn right I do. Especially with the video script I've started working on.
Oh, for this game?
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Not spoiling what it is, but it's something very, very bad.
Or
I wish I could give something completely out of context that won't make any sense whatsoever.
Oh, Cree, you truly are a patron saint.
Huh?
You truly are a patron saint for all the good work you do.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
That's what I was gonna say, Cree. I was just gonna say that.
What? Oh, hold on.
I also appreciate how humble Cree is.
I can't... God damn it. I have to bring up Discord on my phone to see what you sent, because if I click on your thing, I'll change the thing on screen.
So fair.
Give me a second. I have no idea what that word is.
Hang on.
Are you working on a script to explain the obsession you have with opera tabs? It's not an obsession with tabs, it's an obsession with not losing the things I'm interested in.
Which is an exception with tabs. He's a hoarder.
Not.
He hoards tab.
No, I don't.
My strange addiction, Creetosis edition.
Yeah. There, Cree, I told you what they are.
Hold on, let me check that now. Oh. Dude, when that part happened, I was laughing so hard I got lightheaded. Like, I felt like the world was spinning.
That thing is super fucking stupid. So chat, what I was gonna say was, I see the triremes! That's what I was gonna say.
That's gonna give it away for some people who know what it is. Please don't say...
Maybe. Like,
please don't say what it is if you figure it out.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
I will. Even if somebody says something, I'm not gonna confirm or deny it. But there might be some people out there with enough tism to understand what it is.
Yeah.
Like, wait, my tism sense is tingling. I know what it is.
God, that was so painful. Ugh.
Oh wait, I accidentally did the other thing I didn't mean to. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay.
Oh God, please don't remind me of Trigun Stampede. Ugh.
Yeah, we need to work on that video script too.
I know.
We'll have to sit
Unfortunately,
down
we're
and
probably going to have to watch it again.
Oh yeah, well, it depends how much scripting you do. I am condemned to fucking have to watch that shit again for doing a video on it. What we can do though
I'm
is
probably
read through
gonna
the
have
manga.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to read through the manga. I'm probably going to have to read it or watch the show again just because I need to be refreshed on some things.
Yeah. God, that fucking show is so bad.
I know.
They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
There's only one good part in the whole f***ing show. In Rolo, we trust.
Rolo.
I'm still tempted to make that meme edit public at some point. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Best manga
How
that
it
the anime
feels to
ruined.
chew 5 gum.
Best manga that the anime ruined and worst manga that the anime improved. Oh god, that's hard. There is one example where the manga and the anime were different originally and they were both good, and that was Full Metal Alchemist. And then they made Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which stuck to the manga ending, and that was genuinely really fucking good too. So that's a weird, like, exception where because they didn't know what the ending was going to be, they made their own, and they made a really good one. And then they remade it with the proper ending, and it was really good too. Let's see. Best manga the anime ruined, and worst manga the anime improved. Well, the anime for Beastars is actually pretty fucking good.
No.
Sadly.
Oh, no. He's fucking invoked
Yeah, I was about
the
to
name.
mention that.
I have...
Oh, kill me now.
Because the manga is super bad, honestly. It falls apart. It falls the fuck apart, because you can tell, like, the mangaka, I think is the name of the writer status, got bored of it, or whatever, or were trying to, like, speed along. So, the anime is good, but unfortunately, it's gonna go into the bad territory unless they do some serious fucking rewrites to not have that happen. That's pretty fucking rough.
Yeah, I hated the part where Legacy literally lets the villain get away.
Oh, dude, there's so much wrong with
Everyone
that. Or the
help
fact
him.
that, like, by the manga's ending, it confirms that all of the herbivores were correct to be genetically engineering and, like, manipulating and keeping all predators, like, hostage. That was fucked.
Chad, I
What,
can't...
you mean you don't like the part where a moth, tells Legoshi to eat it and it gives him fucking powers?
Yeah, that was... Oh, God, that is fucking just weird.
Chad, I can't do
Yeah,
anything to
even
stop them. When they
in
get
that-
onto this topic, they just
even
start
in the
going
anime,
and going and
really.
going, and they never stop. I'm powerless.
At least the production values in the anime though are pretty decent for the most part. Like the camera angles and dynamic animation is pretty good, and so is the
Well,
voice
that's 'cause
acting.
They actually
but-
got skilled, talented studio to do it.
Yeah.
Chat, help me.
I just don't like how the characters act. A lot of the time, the characters act like as if they're very low functioning autistic, and I know all about low functioning autism.
That's the whole fucking meme of there was a guy in World of Warships who he was a piece of shit, like just constantly was one of the most annoying fucking players, and his name was Autism Speaks, and every time he would say something, I'm like, I fucking know, I wish it would shut the hell up. Every fucking time he would say anything in any of the chats, if he was in the fucking same lobby, I'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's this dipshit.
Creetosis gotta take off soon, but I was wondering if you found that cursed revolver yet. The cursed looking revolver that can't even revolve. It does revolve now. I did find one.
Yeah, it revolves now, finally. So at least it actually is a fucking revolver. It's stupid as shit, but at least it actually revolves.
Evening, lads. How's
as
Starfield
for-
been? It's the most Bethesda has ever Bethesda? Sorry, is it the most Bethesda have ever Bethesda? Yes, it is. It is incredibly boring. I don't know why I'm doing anything.
Yeah. As for the second question, what is the manga that was great and the anime that was, the anime that was dog shit? I think that was the second part of that question.
Maybe Berserk 2016. I heard that one was pretty bad.
Oh, that was awful. Yeah, that was... Ooh, you know what? Yeah, that might be... That
One
might
of the
be the
worst
one.
adaptations.
Yeah, that
best
might be
manga
one
that
of the
anime
worst.
ruined is the first question, yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be that one, because... God, the Berserk manga is so good. And then... all of its, like, adaptations are either, like, lacking... or it's like the 2016 and it's just awful.
Yeah,
Berserk
Berserk
2016
deserves
isn't real.
better.
Let me guess, it can't hurt us.
I just can't get over how there's almost no lighting and shading.
Cora's already finished.
Or when there is, everything like the contrast is turned up so high that it's a complete eyesore.
It just looks awful. Like the whole anime itself,
Oh.
it just looks so cheap. It's just so awful.
Here is a good question.
Yeah, this is a lot when the 1996 anime was better.
$10 from Gage Crail. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, Creetosis, if God gave you a magic wand that would make it so that Fallout 3 never existed, and instead there was a fully fleshed out Van Buren, would you wave that wand?
So my gut reaction is yes, but when thinking about it for more than a second or two, how much else does that change about our timeline? Specifically, like, it's not going to change the entire world, but do we still get New Vegas? Do we still get Fallout 4 and Fallout 76? How much does it realistically change? Because I would assume that if we got Van Buren instead of Fallout 3, that would have a knock-on effect for the rest of the series. And
Yeah, your channel would be all about praising Fallout games rather than critiquing them.
not necessarily.
Yeah, because we don't
Well,
know.
if they
Van
end up
Buren
being
would-
good.
We don't know if Van Buren would have come together all the
Also-
way. We have the prototype
Oh.
and the basics of the story. We don't know for sure what all would have happened.
Oh, well, assuming it was Game of the Year material.
Game of the Year material doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 10 out of 10, awesome game, everybody loves it, and goes down in history as one of the greatest RPGs of all time.
Oh, so Fallout 4.
In that timeline.
You shut your mouth, man.
True. Fallout 4 did win many Game of the Year awards, and so did Fallout 3, unfortunately.
The most annoying thing is when people, like, use that as a point of argument that, oh, you know, it's got Game of the Year, that must mean it's good. That's like, no, shut the fuck up.
It's like, no, The Last of Us 2 got almost every single fucking award, and everybody knew that was bought and paid for. Everybody knew that was a fucking scam.
Yeah, the only thing Last of Us 2 did right was its presentation of graphics, voice acting, etc., but the story ruined it completely, and it's such a shame. Like, with a better story, it could have truly have been great, but that one thing completely destroys any motivation I have to ever play that game.
Yeah, and it pushed modern day politics, of course.
What did?
Last of Us 2.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that game.
Abby was a strong, independent woman. And then Jim Sterling going on a rant about how Joel deserved what he got.
Oh god. Jim Sterling is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
No, I will not eat the bugs. I'm selling that.
You will earn nothing and you will be happy.
No. That's sad. Chocolate Labs and the icon is a dog. I don't want to eat dog.
Oh no. Maybe it's for the Chinese market.
Yeah. Probably. Of all the problems I have with this game, like, I can say at least one good thing. Canada wasn't forgotten in Future Spaceland.
I do want to say another thing, too, though. Like, there's clearly someone with advanced levels of autism on Bethesda's team. Because, again, the food looks fantastic. It doesn't make a lick of sense why all of it looks, you know, amazing at all times. But the amount of attention to detail in it is kind of stunning.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I get it. Somebody is a foodophile, for sure. Like, Jesus Christ.
Or they're just extremely tismic and they happen to be assigned to,
To the food modeling.
yeah. You, as a person, food models. Go.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the concept art probably also looks really good too.
The concept art fucking lies.
Yeah, it's such a shame.
I actually use that as like the thumbnail for my Starfield thing. Oh, hang on, let me send you my Starfield thumb. Be using.
See, I'm not gonna blame the concept art for that because what the concept artists come up with, it's up for like the modelers and like the other game designers to follow through on. If they don't do that, that's not the concept artist's fault. It's the rest of the team who didn't follow through.
Yeah. But like one of the things in this concept art you notice is the fact that you can see New Atlantis in the background from not New Atlantis spawn area. And it's like, yeah, that's a fucking lie. You can't.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece of art.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the way I butchered the shit out of Starfield's logo. I made it say.
I just want food in real life to look as good as it does in your average Ghibli film. Yes, that would be nice. $5 for Grandmaster Pie, thank you. The concept art is a lie, just like the cake. I should play the Portal games on stream at some point, too.
I played Portal RTX, that was pretty good. Though I had to follow a guide to properly set up all the settings for it to make it actually playable.
I hope you are.
But man, oh man, that game
available to you.
Why? Was there
pretty
concern that I would not
fucking
contribute
sexy
to the
with
mission?
RTX on. Holy shit!
No, of course not. We thought you might be hurt. Oh, then thank you, but it was not necessary. We succeeded.
RIP Concept Art Institute. We hardly knew ye. I don't think I've actually seen the proper concept art for the Institute. Play the Portal games and pick which of your co-hosts is your favorite and do the co-op. Doing the co-op would be fun. I don't know. I don't think it'd be fair to pick between Pagan and Setch, though.
You know,
I'm not even in the running. Oh my goodness, I am so offended.
You know what would have been
Yeah, fuck you.
funnier? You know what would have
Oh,
been
no.
funnier?
What?
Said I don't think it would have been fair to pick between Sir Ben and President Manblast.
Why, yes. God, I don't know. Maybe what we should do is, the three of us like to stream, and maybe at some point we should do, a stream where we're both, like, all three of us are doing the co-op, and one of us just finds someone else to partner with. Like, it could be Pagan and Setch playing, or me and Setch, me and Pagan, whatever. And then a fourth person to join us for it, and we all play through it at the same time.
Like,
could do, like, sort of a race type thing.
like,
Huh?
no, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna play something like Left 4 Dead, and have all of us in the same one, talking shit to each other.
Well, I mean, we'd be in the same call.
Do co-op with Ace Thorn unlocks the hard difficulty.
Oh god. You know what? That stream might actually be hilarious doing Portal 2 co-op with him. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, how good does it feel that we can now officially declare him a vexatious litigant every time we talk to him? We can even label him that.
We could before. I don't know why people keep saying this. We could before. He's a vexatious litigant in his own state.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
I didn't think they gave him that status.
No,
I thought they just limited him to 3 per month. They didn't give him actual vexatious litigant status.
No, he does.
Because that means he would actually have to.
He does.
Like get leave from the court.
He does have vexatious litigant status, and he's limited to 1 every 3 months. That's why he's tried filing. I believe it's the Western District of Arkansas. He's vexatious in. So he's tried starting cases in the Eastern District and have them transferred over. And that's why he did his whole copyright thing on YouTube, and because you could sue in California.
Yeah. And now he's been declared a vexatious litigant in California.
Yeah.
And I assume he's suing a new person every 3 months whenever he's allowed.
Actually, no. He was on kind of a hiatus from lawsuits until he started this whole YouTube thing. I think his last lawsuit was in 2018. And I think the Sophian P one started in 2021. And then the the one against me, Sidalpha, Enclave Emily, and others in 2022. And he's got several cases going right now. Commander Imperial Salt, Google, Sidalpha again for defamation. Did I mention Google?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's he suing Google for?
Okay, so he
Because-
DMCA'd a parody channel called Acerthorn the True Acerthorn, which used an image from his 4-hour live stream as an icon, a single frame of his 4-hour live stream, and he uploaded videos that were pointing out some of Acerthorn's bullshit, such as the call to action to dox a guy when he put out a bounty for it. The videos, I believe, that were showing that he was buying subs for YouTube, and that he had multiple alts on his Twitch streams to artificially inflate viewership. This channel, because of this icon, he tried suing it over, and Google, he tried DMCAing for the icon, and Google denied him. So he sued Google directly, claiming that they forfeited their protection for what is it, like, a website can't be sued for infringing content unless the website denies DMCA or something. So that's part of the reason why YouTube almost never denies DMCAs. They rarely do, and it's only in some of the most extreme situations where, like, you're so absurdly in the wrong that there's no chance of, like, winning. By the way, they denied all his DMCAs against me. Get fucked, fat ass. But anyways, yeah, so he took them to court over that, trying to sue them directly. And because of that little fuck up, he really pissed off Google's lawyers even more, and they successfully got him labeled vexatious litigant.
Deserved.
As Kelbeck summarizes quite nicely in chat, this is fair use. We're not touching it. I sue you. Okay, dumbass. This needs a morning roast. I have been wanting to do a morning roast on the judgment and his response. It's great.
Still would be kind of funny though if you challenged him to a game that that you two both happen to play. That would be pretty entertaining back
some
talk.
leads myself, but came back empty-handed.
They could be anywhere, can't they? Embedded in a rock, or in the hands of an unsuspecting novelty goods trader?
Why is this asshole talking to me? I didn't want to talk to you. And why do I care about these artifacts? I don't get it. It's... Look.
Well, they're really something else.
Apparently, yeah. Like, there's just no narrative hook for me. Like, you could get players invested in a story if you build up a mystery, or, just have something for the player to do. Oh, our vault needs a new water chip. Oh, our village is dying, go get the Gek. You're sent to this land to calm down the uppity locals by pretending to be one of their religious...
did I?
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, you obnoxious cunt. I hate these characters spouting their lines when you take too long to fucking respond to them. And now I lost my train of thought. Point is, the narrative hook here is really fucking lame, and I don't know why I should care about it. You touch a metal thing, you have a fucking tism moment, and you're just supposed to go collect more metal things without any reason for why it should be done.
Yeah, there's no sense of urgency.
Yeah. And, like, you don't necessarily need, like, a super strong sense of urgency either, because that can off-balance it in the opposite way of Skyrim and Fallout 4. Oh, here's this, like, big deal we have to take care of immediately because it's a problem, but then that whole big deal just goes on pause. It goes into stasis while you spend 200 hours collecting tin cans to build shacks, or you get drunk and get married to a fucking hag raven, and you fucking... she turns hostile on you because you take the wedding ring back. Like, it's just... all this game had to do... Well, it had to do many things. All it had to do to get me invested was give me something to care about. Why am I doing this? And, I don't believe it's done that.
So you haven't fallen in love with the characters and want to help them because you know, they're like, they're, you know, really compelling.
I don't think they should force romance on you.
Yeah.
What if you touch the thing and it just caused a seizure because it's radioactive and it's not even important at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
It only did...
And then keep in mind that all the other miners run up and touch it too, because they're...
And keep in mind, this was before it started doing this floating tisming thing. They were just lying on this table before, like, you added the third or fourth part to do this. We're just supposed to care now that so many things are added, and I don't know. Oh, that added both.
It kind of looks a bit like a Dyson sphere.
So, someone pinged me and said it's coming for me.
Huh?
Someone pinged me and said it's coming for me.
What's coming for her?
This is all
I just
exciting.
posted it. So the gadget page, you can see it.
Hold on. I still remember memeing about that in, when we were doing the Skyrim streams.
Yeah, and I was talking about how this fucking thing wouldn't leave me alone. Like, I walked past it on a shelf, I opened up an urn and it was in it, and then, like, I opened up a chest next to the urn and it was in that as well. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I don't want to touch.
She really wants you to fondle her orbs.
Yeah. That's what inspired Daniel K to do one of the first fan art pieces I got, which is me going to go get some coffee in the morning. I open up my one of my one of my drawers, and the beacon falls down and clumps me in the head.
Oh god, I actually have to talk to this guy now. Okay, here's something else I really don't like. When you open the menus, there's kind of like a high-pitched sound that's incredibly obnoxious. You three that are in the call, go back to when I open the menu and open the quest menu and listen.
I am at your service, Captain.
Hey.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Bet you never expected to be involved in something like this. Something like what? Collecting magic bullshit
Ever
for no
since I got
reason?
here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
I don't understand these characters. It's like they're all fucking touched in the head.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I
It was really quiet on my end of the game is quiet compared to us, which, you know, I'm not that worried about. But I could kind of hear it, the wheat.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Anywhere, can't they? Embedded in a rock or in the hands of an unsuspecting novelty goods trader?
Cree is 30% of the way through the main quest line. Also pick up the magazine. I am 30% of the way through the main story, and I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing or why.
Wow.
This is literally just fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest.
I catch myself just staring at the collection sometimes, wondering what it all means. Maybe that's how our ancestors felt when they were looking up at the stars for the first time.
They didn't just gawk at the stars, Mateo. They explored. They tested. Science brought us to space, not daydreaming.
I disagree. What's the point of science if not to enable humanity's dreams? And where do those dreams come from?
Not every dream is a pleasant one. I agree with Noel. The work is what moves us forward.
You're with me, right? Science or dreams? Which one is the true muse of space exploration?
Science or dreams, how about fucking kill yourself? What the fuck was that 6-year-old dialogue? I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
Another realist has joined our ranks. I'm outnumbered.
Shut
Truth
up.
hurts, Mateo.
And Mateo ropes us into another round of philosophy. Can't we agree both are important?
You know what? I just realized I completely overtook this whole conversation. This should be about you and Andrasia celebrating a win for the group.
I do not mind being asked to join in the debate. It was good to hear everyone's sides.
This dialogue is so
But I do
empty
agree
and
that
pointless.
We accomplished something together. Thank you for your help. Yes. So am I. Let
This
me know
voice
if you need-
acting is terrible. It comes across as really flat.
Data from those new
I don't
artifacts.
like it.
Tell the Rook to meet me back on board the station.
Roger that, Vladimir. She's on her way.
Thanks for the suggestion for the magazine.
Scans on the artifacts. Have you seen
Oh my god.
I hope you are satisfied.
Oh yeah, have you seen
orders available to you?
Have you seen the new Dead by Daylight murderer that they added?
Oh no, who is it?
They added xenomorphs to Dead by Daylight,
Oh my god.
and somebody gets it.
That's one of those. That's one of those games I've kind of wanted to play, but also just heard very things about and never touched.
Is that where all the clips of the fucking like people looking at Xeno ass is coming from?
Yes, it is. Hang on, I need to go get this. Where's it?
Constellation
I know
mission
this
board.
was here.
Oh boy, is this a radiant quest dispenser? Oh my god, it actually is. Locate crystalline crust in Altair. We're looking for an experienced explorer to locate a planet with crystalline crust in the Altair system. This may require surveying multiple planets within the system.
Come on, I know it was posted in here somewhere.
Hey Creetosis, I hope you get well soon. Oh, well thank you. Hopefully I will. Hopefully I'll be better before Wednesday for, work. Or else I miss 2 days of holiday pay. $2 from Dark World XL, thank you. It's a cowboy voiced by Adam Jensen from Deus Ex. I have no idea. Locate things at location name. Yep. I didn't even know this whole underground area existed. Hopefully my companion doesn't mind me stealing from the other members of Constellation, because I don't care about them and hope they all die. I hope I can find someone's, like, life-saving medication, like their diabetes medication, so I can take it and sell it, and so they die, and I don't have to deal with them anymore. That'd be nice.
It'd be nice if you could just shoot them.
That would be very nice, too.
Oh, fucking...
Oh, here's a meme that... Here's a meme that Pagan will definitely get a kick out. I guess Cree will too. It's understandable. It's understandable.
Let me see real quick. Oh!
I'll check it out.
Oh. Jesus. Why?
Okay,
Why would you do that?
I've seen that one before.
Yep.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm sure she became a pirate.
Yep. Oh, also, somebody, so one of the tattoos you can get in Baldur's Gate 3 uses Infernal Ruins, rune, on your face, and somebody took the time to actually translate what all the runes mean,
Oh no.
and it's fucking hilarious. So, somebody finally translated the Infernal Runes face tattoo that you can put on your character. And the runes on the forehead literally just spell forehead. The runes on the nose spell nose. And the runes on the chin spell chin. Here you go, though. Here you go, guys.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard about the real world is, you know how people get, like, tattoos of, like, random Chinese letters? And then, like, you hear about people trying to translate them and they don't mean anything because it's, like, half a word. Or it just means, like, water or whatever. And then you find out the exact opposite thing happens in China where they take English words that's also random shit.
Yep.
That is the funniest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
I love the one where it's a Chinese symbol and it literally just says Big Mac.
Yeah. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody on the Dead by Daylight team, they know the love of Xenomorph because, damn, she thinks.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to show chat that.
I will show chat.
$5 from Grandmaster Pie, thank you. I feel like the crew would have a better time going around as a group in Elite Dangerous. At least that has whatever story you want. Yeah. I'll show chat for the sake of context.
I also linked it too so people can grab it.
Alright. So, here's what the statue looks like on a sideshow that they're apparently selling. You can see it's like very angular and weird like an alien should be. And here's the Dead by Daylight version. I have no idea why it's like that.
Your fucking queen is caked up.
Damn, boy, she's thick, boy. Damn.
Why?
Go white boy, go white boy, go white boy, go.
Oh my god, chat. There's the fucking eyes and lips emote. That's some ass. Oh god, why? True to Geiger's original vision.
It actually is hilarious.
Holy cow, I like aliens now. Okay.
We gave the Xenomorph a big ass as a joke. Yeah. No, it's more like, again, because somebody on the Dead by Daylight team, you know. There's like, we gave the Xenomorph a big ass. And then everybody looks at them, they go, as a joke.
What the hell is Constellation hiding down here?
That Xeno ass got me acting unwise.
Jesus Christ.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. That's how they're gonna.
Chad is almost as horny as fucking Baldur's Gate 3 characters.
Oh, it's all because of a bug. Hey!
Now, did they fix the bug or did they leave it in because haha?
No, I think they fixed it.
Okay.
But to tell you how efficient the team is, so they heard people were not happy with Karlach's endings, or with one of Karlach's endings, right? So within the week, they got the voice actors back in, they made entire new cutscenes and cinematics, everything, dialogue, all of it, and made an entire new ending within 1 week.
Nice.
And they're like, that's fucking impressive. How did you do that? And he's like, well, we have our studio set up so that literally a Larian studio will be actively working at any hour of the day. So they have it where their literal technical support and everything like that is actually there 24/7. And they have it where like each team will quickly like create what they need to do to fix things, and then first team will work on it. At the end of the day, they'll send it off to the next studio and the next studio and the next studio and the next studio, so that it gets out much quicker. Yeah, I watched that interview. It was a really good interview.
God, it's crazy how good of a company Larian is, and seeing all these other game devs just fucking lose their shit about it, it's like, oh, they're scared, they're quaking in their boots. Oh God, what if we have to do that? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god, was I muted the entire time? Fuck.
Oh, you were muted, yeah.
Okay. Where'd I go? Opinions? People from the writer's strike going after video games are incredibly dumb. Video games have been bigger than movies for quite a while now. Where, like, as an industry, they make more money, it's just a bigger industry overall. Films, I'm not going to say they're dying, but they're becoming not... How do you put it? It's like,
film is going the way of the radio, where it'll still be around, it'll still exist, it'll still be there for entertainment purposes.
It's just not going to be quite as prevalent as it was in years past. It was the biggest medium for a very long time, and now it isn't anymore. So
yeah, the biggest one by far, like a landslide, is video games.
What it seems like to me is Hollywood is trying to drag video games into this to bring more eyes to their own thing. They're trying to inconvenience more people for the sake of pushing their own protest. Because they know their own protest is not going well.
Yeah, it's hilariously just getting roasted.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of people who would normally be on the side of big corporations, give the actors their due, are like, no, these actors and writers are dog shit. No, let them fight.
That's the beautiful thing about this writer's strike, is it's fucking over both sides, which is exactly what I want. It's fucking over the obnoxious, self-important actors and writers who plague us with their ridiculous bullshit, and it's fucking over the big studios who... Well, similar thing, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So people are literally just constantly spamming the Godzilla meme, let them fight.
Yeah, so on one hand, I find it annoying. On the other hand, keep doing this, writer strike people, actors, the Film Actors Guild. Keep doing this, because it's just gonna make people hate you even more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
Now that those artifacts aren't just blips of hope in the blackest sea, I found an interesting pattern. The grav anomaly generated by one of those artifacts, it matches one on another planet. A bigger one.
So I also want to know, like, how long ago they found the artifact pieces they already had? Because in the span of just a few days, we found, like, what, 8 more?
Yeah. Because was this something that took them years to find?
Yeah, because if they're suddenly getting them, like, all over the place, then that seems fishy to me. Fishy isn't poorly written.
Now,
I'm gonna have to go back and see what they said.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they could just find this as like, now that we've had a chance to study these things for years, we know exactly what we're looking for, and now we're finding them all over the place. Like, okay, that makes sense. You found a couple at first, and then you started studying them thoroughly, like, what do they give off? What patterns? Can we scan for these things? And now they're finding them everywhere? That would make sense.
Yeah.
The problem is they actually have to say that, and we don't know if they said that.
Yeah. I'd have to go back and check.
Alright, let me transfer over...
Maybe it's, it could also be because the protagonist is like a one-man army. Like, you fight and kill so many people in this game.
Well, no, that would be the problem. If it was that you were the one-man army, so it's like, oh, great, another one where things only progress because of the player.
Put your scanner to work.
True, but I do like your idea that
Keep your eyes open.
You know, they studied the artifacts and now know how to scan for their locations and find them. Like that would definitely explain a lot.
Maybe you catch a smile and uncover the source of it all.
Does he speak Russian? I don't know.
He's got a Russian accent. A very strong Russian accent. I don't know if that makes him Russian or not.
People are saying he sounds like a guy who's only spoken English in his life.
I wouldn't know what a real Russian accent sounds like as opposed to a Hollywood voice actor Russian accent.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
We watched John Wick the other day, and Theon Greyjoy was playing a Russian, apparently.
Yeah,
And,
Russian heir to be to a Bratva. Actually, I don't know if they were supposed to be Bratva.
they're
or
a
not.
crime family, that's the point.
Yeah.
And, God, that high-pitched squeal is pissing me off. It's so unnecessary. He's wearing the stripy blue and white shirt that makes him Russian. Well, good thing it's not... Oh, God.
A lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
I like how you can't technically target that one because you weren't locked onto him, even though he was the thing that was flying at you and shooting at you.
Yeah. I also had my lasers off, so that's part of the problem. Okay. Isn't this an amazing way to explore planets, people? We have to go into a menu and select a place to land.
Yeah. $5 from Itako the Tricky. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, Kree, we found the one thing this game does worse than Fallout 4. Aim down sights of pedestrians in Fallout 4, and they at least react to it in Fallout 4. Yeah.
The one thing, there's a lot of things this game does worse than Fallout 4, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
Again, this game is getting compared to Cyberpunk 2077, and Cyberpunk is winning. That is devastating.
Do you think that it would be more immersive if you had to kind of like rotate around the planet in your ship and then you selected a place to land?
I think it would be more immersive if I could fly my ship.
Yeah. I think it'd be more immersive if we could actually just fly through the atmosphere and land where we wanted.
God, the worst part is, there's no way Bethesda will do what Cyberpunk did, where they actually stuck with the game and, you know, added new features, reworked systems, all that kind of stuff, made the game like actual improvements.
What happens if they do? It seems like
Yeah. Yeah, well here, because this game actually will allow mods and stuff, they're not going to do anything besides maybe a minor patch, and then they're going to drop the game and just expect fucking modders to do all the fixing and reworking and everything.
Yeah, just like Skyrim, where they still have game-breaking bugs after how many fucking releases? 6 or 7 releases of Skyrim? And they still have the same game-breaking bugs they had at fucking launch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also heard the Creation Club is coming back.
Of course it is.
And of course
it is.
Because a bunch of idiots pay for that shit.
Hmm. I am curious what kind of cut they get, because you know, whenever I criticize the Creation Club, they're all like, oh, don't you want mod creators to be compensated for their work?
They don't get they don't get a cut. They get an upfront payment.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. They get one upfront payment, and then everything else, like all the money they make from the actual sale of the content, goes to Bethesda.
Which, as you can imagine, does not incentivize people to actually work hard. Because if you work really hard, you don't get a higher cut or anything. You don't get more pay. So that's why so many people just farm out really shitty, lackluster things just so they can get that initial money from Bethesda.
Is Bethesda paying the same amount to everyone, or is it actually reviewing them?
I don't know what the exact details of the contract are, but I think if it's a skin, it's a set amount. If it's a quest, it's a different amount, sort of thing.
Get a load of this clearly ancient temple thing with floating bullshit. This isn't the small chunks of cubes that have been around the artifact pieces before. These are full-on stone blocks that are just floating in the air casually.
So magical.
I feel like this is a pretty big discovery.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say anything more. Sorry. Yeah, it should be. This should be the thing that every single news station is talking about. You should have each faction trying to vie for control of this, like this in particular. Because it doesn't matter if you're a faction of, like, religious cultists. Like, if you take control of this and then you force people to pay for the right to come in and survey and everything like that, that's a lot of money going into the coffers of your cult, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at this.
And
This place should be
there's so many.
swarming with archaeologists.
Yeah. And like I said, and every faction trying to take control and then dictate who has access to these ruins. Oh, did you pay us your fee so you can go in and do your survey? If not, get fucked. Get out.
Yeah, the only explanation I could possibly have is that Constellation is somehow keeping the existence of the artifacts secret from the public.
I don't know how you keep them secret, though, when everyone we've found have had people around them. The one you start off getting, you're a mining operation meant to get it. All the ones we've had to dig up ourselves, well, myself, I should say, because I'm the one playing. All the ones I've had to dig up myself are ones that are in existing caves full of enemies, except for the one where people were there and clearly died. And the one that wasn't in a cave was one that was found and was being sold as a piece of space junk for God knows why.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Don't do No Man's Skyrim. It should be Yet More Lies. If it flows the same thing with No Man's Sky, and it's so accurate to Bethesda, Yet More Lies.
You found the space alien city. Yes, clearly I did. Look at this shit.
You'd think if this were public knowledge that, yeah, as you said, there'd be many people here to look at, to just investigate it. Or at least casual observers coming in to, you know, to gawk at it and uploading it to the internet.
Yeah. $5 from Inigo the Tricky, thank you. Patrolling the ruins of Earth, which would actually take trillions of years to look like it does in-game, makes me wish for a nuclear winter. Yeah.
Somehow within, what was it? Was it not even 1,000 years? It was something like that.
It was like a couple hundred.
Yeah, it somehow looks like a barren desert everywhere else.
I'll be right back.
Clearly that's because of climate change.
Well, this keeps getting weirder. You get the feeling that this room is watching us?
Do you get the feeling this room is watching us? Okay.
What's also strange is that it just let you in without any kind of security measures.
They did that because I'm the Dragonborn.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Let me into the space circle. Let me in.
By the way, he's only half joking because you're called Starborn.
Yeah, that happens later.
Yeah, somebody told us that last stream.
Calbeck said it in chat. The actual basis for no one else going after any artifacts is that only Constellation actually cares about that kind of thing. Humanity is as apathetic as the game itself makes the player. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of Morrowind's DNA is in the code for this game? I'm gonna argue 0%.
None.
Okay, am I supposed to do anything in here, or...?
I was trying to get you to, like, go towards something.
That's the entrance I came in from. Or is that the entrance I came in? Okay, there are two doors. But I assume they both lead outside. Hold on. Oh, Temple Eta. No, that didn't put me back outside. So what the fuck, man?
But was it from the same side you came in from, or was it...
Oh, you know what? I probably need to do a scan thing.
Oh yeah, probably of the ring thing, right?
Come on, open up, you piece of shit.
Good thing they didn't make this insufferable and have to go through the entire fucking animation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm currently investigating the source. It's not letting me investigate.
You'd think that would be a pretty significant thing to investigate.
You'd think. You'd think this big ring would be a pretty significant thing. All I'm seeing
Yeah,
is...
some kind of interaction. I see it every now and then pop up.
No, that's Sam.
Oh, Sam is popping up in your thing?
Yeah, because if I look even slightly towards him, he becomes an activation thing. Even when I'm not looking towards him, he becomes an activation thing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think it was Sam, but then... Yeah, I see his name now. I'm actually active.
Just float to the sparkles tree.
So what lies has Todd told in this game?
Wow, that was not... Okay. In a room full of sparkles, you have to float to the right set of sparkles. This feels pretentious for how epic they clearly wanted to make it and for how fucking boring it turned out to be. Like, why am I doing this? Why do I care? Why do I have to fly the fucking floating space jizz?
Now keep flying.
Not to mention there's no challenge involved, it's not like you're being attacked.
Yeah, this is just time consuming. It's not a puzzle, it's not like... Hold on.
So wait, if this game makes you go after shiny objects, does that mean that Kree is now turned into a magpie?
I'll steal all of the coins.
Let's see if I can break the game by flying into the rigs and see if they jettison me out of the room.
Nope.
Because they did kind of like send me flying there for a second. I guess not.
I wonder if there's any more to fly through.
Yes, there it is. I found the space jizz.
I'm also just wondering what the purpose of this room is. Like, what kind of system would require you to fly around the room and touch space jizz?
The system designed to be tedious as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, make it fucking stop.
It's like Crane's trying to reenact the movie Contact.
No, it is a Halo. Oh my god, it's a magic portal.
It's a really shitty Stargate.
It's a magic fucking portal. Cool. So all the space jizz entered my character's body.
I wouldn't believe it.
You're now infected, Kree.
You're now Gregnant.
Gregnant?
Yeah, or Pregante.
Yeah. Those are old, back in the day cringe ones of like, How do I know if I'm Pregante and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've heard
That's
some of
really
the
awful.
bastardizations of the word pregnant. I've never heard Gregnant before.
Yes.
$5 from Dark World XL, thank you. So that's how that astronaut in Black Ops Zombie Moon map got there. Oh. Oh look, you unlocked Dragon Shouts. I better fucking not have. To equip your new power, press tab to open the data menu.
Yep, you did.
Select the area at the top to access your powers. Generate a local field of intense low gravity and behold the planet's true power.
Is that a magic power?
Yeah, it seems to be. See, Cree, the game does get better after 20 hours. Aren't you having fun? You're the Starborn.
Well, the question is, are the enemies going to scale accordingly to, your new powers in the late game? If you just kill all of the, if you just fight in the same enemies you fought 20 hours ago, but now you're overpowered, that's not going to be too much fun.
It literally is Skyrim. 7 undiscovered temples. Each temple is going to correlate to a power.
Oh god, no. Imagine if you have to do that stupid sparkle thing on every temple.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. We have to find at least one more temple.
Alright, I'm back. What have I missed?
No, you're saying you do have to at every temple? You have to at every temple?
Oh, fucking end me.
God.
So essentially, in every temple, you have to fly around and touch these little sparkles, and you have to do it for about 5 minutes or so to pick up all the sparkles, and then it unlocks the space gate, which it gives you a new power.
It pushes all the space jizz into you, and you get a dragon shout.
I was about to say, so it's a fucking word wall from Skyrim?
A word wall, but like 1,000 times more tedious and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because you actually fly around the room and touching the sparkles, and oh Jesus Christ. People said you have to do it for every single one.
Oh boy, I can't wait for another Chosen One fucking bullshit story.
Well, yeah, you're the Starborn, apparently.
Yeah.
Words cannot describe how badly I wish for whoever thought our space game needs magic to lose employment. See, that's the thing. I'm not against sci-fi settings having magic. I just know Bethesda's gonna fuck it up. It's gonna be an excuse for whatever bullshit happens in their story.
Yeah, sci-fi magic can actually be really interesting. Like, look at Spelljammers in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Irregardless of how stupid Wizards of the Coast are, right? Spelljammers are starships that can cross between different planes of existence using magic. They're really fucking cool and an interesting concept.
I am going to grab these last 2 super chats and end the stream here, and then watch The Nice Guys with at least 2 of these 3 people. I don't know, we might get Riv Gadget because he's kind of a fucking retard.
Oh, that is so mean.
Nah, you're invited to watch it if you want.
Ooh. Okay, that sounds nice, actually.
20 euros from AnyBiz. Thank you. If you're not covering YouTube link, GDC Destiny 2 talk, maybe play it in this live stream in the background. After minute 4, it will go so unhinged it'll uplift the stream, since this game certainly isn't a service game. I don't like playing things in the background of gaming streams because it distracts me too much from the game, or it starts going in one ear and out the other. I can't do that.
No, MLP Death Dealer 32, no. Spelljammers are genuinely fantastic. They are a great concept, and they're genuinely really fun to use in tabletops and everything.
I was about to say Thief. I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm not the one who said anything. I didn't say irregardless or regardless. That was said.
Yeah, I can't help saying irregardless. I can't help it. It's one of those bastardized words that is stuck in my head like an earworm.
Ah, well maybe you should reload the clip in your gun.
I'm gonna fucking fry you and eat you with like a bucket of KFC.
Or
$5 from Grandmaster Pie, thank you. If Kree gathers all the sparkles, he gets a new skin which makes him look like Richard Simmons. That would unironically be the best feature of this game if it had that. Definitely doesn't have anything else going for it.
I just can't believe they thought that was a good idea to make the player repeat so many times. Like, it doesn't add anything, it's just annoying.
Yeah, it's just a waste of time. Yeah, it's a time sink.
Yeah.
I know with a lot of games now, they try to extend how much you play the game, like artificially inflate your playtime. And this seems like an example of that.
Yeah, I heard a theory about Diablo 4's loot. The reason why there's like 55 different attributes for just doing damage to things. It's meant to confuse the player so that you spend more time in the item menu looking at it.
Yeah, I can imagine them doing that. Yeah, I got that last super chat, so I think I'll be ending it here. Thank you for coming out, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, which is technically today, but whatever. When I stream something, probably not more Starfield. I've been wanting to play that Holocure game, I might finally play that tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too hot tomorrow, even though it's supposed to be hotter than today, which was record heat for this summer, so I guess I'll go fuck myself. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Good night, chat.
Bye.